Snake Eyes, 2021. Oh God, who did this? It was Paramount. Yeah, Paramount Pictures. The 121 minutes. The budget, like we said, 88 to 110. It's directed by Robert Schwalticki. Yep. And dude, he did Red, a comic book adaptation, and he did.
Oh,
Yeah, and Red was a fun comic, but that was a shitty movie.
yeah, and they got a sequel somehow.
And he did R.I.P.D.
Oh, that
You'll
was.
have to think about what that is, but it's
Oh, I know
basically
what that is instantly.
the double old white guys and the Canadian guy doing Men in Black.
Yeah, it was Men in Black with demons and disappointment.
Yeah, I didn't see it. I mean,
Oh, I did.
I tried
Did
to.
you?
Hmm?
That was one of the first movies that went with the delete my browser history jokes.
Ooh,
So, compliments of one Ryan Reynolds.
that's weird that you remember these weird jokes. Doesn't like the
It
pizza
was
and 30-minute
so.
jokes or the browser history jokes.
It was so out of place because it was a serious death scene. Like he's sitting there, he's seen his wife after, he's dead, she can't see him, and he's just like delete my browser history. And I was like, what the fuck? You just killed all the emotion of this scene. Like just fucking shot the shit out of it. What the hell? Anyway,
He's like, remember the Blade I was in?
remember how I killed every scene there too?
That was Wesley, I think.
I mean, he was also killing every scene he was in.
Even he said he was like, dude, this guy's hard to work with.
Wow.
A lot of this Storm Shadow Snake Eyes mythos was based on the GOAT Larry Hanma. He kind of originated a lot of their backstories. He basically did all the identification cards on the back of the figures for all the G.I. Joes back in the day. And a lot of the comic writing for Marvel when Marvel had G.I. Joe. He was commemorated with the Tunnel Rat figure that's basically based off him and his likeness. And yeah, so he's like the G. He's like literally the great grandfather of pretty much this G.I. Joe mythos, all these cool names and cards. Like a lot of that was him. Supposedly, he gave some input on this script and overall story, and I can see a little bit where.
If I can, Kevin, let me cut in here. I was actually in the room. I heard what he said. He gave the once over, and he said, "Here's my feedback and input on this script. It's shitty. Don't make it." And then they promptly asked him to leave the room.
I think. You know what it reminded me of? I think when they asked him, he was like, "Yeah, the fans they're gonna like it," or something. I think he mentioned something like that, but it reminded me. No, it reminded me of something where it was a very similar situation where someone was super close to the IP and they asked about their basically iteration of the story, and he was just kind of like, "It was good." And you're like, dude, I don't believe that for a fucking heartbeat.
Oh yeah, what was that? I thought you were thinking of Green Lantern for a second, but
no, it was another big property where everyone was just like, "Well, what do you think? What do you think?" He's like, it's real like Bill Murray on the Ghostbusters reboot, and he was like,
oh,
"I think this is really great because
I think these are some talented ladies.
These women are really funny," and everyone was kind of like,
"Why is he so choked up saying that?"
Bullshit. What? Yeah. I had that vibes on it, and I was like, ooh. But also, everyone remember you should hate Bill Murray because he is literally the reason you never got a Ghostbusters 3. So he was off smoking weed somewhere, thinking about, not doing movies with his friends because he was an actor.
I'm an actor now.
And then he did that stupid fucking movie with the Star Wars guy about the zombies. And they were cops in a small town. What was that called?
Oh, yeah, that newer one. I don't know.
And I fucking hated that shit.
I didn't watch it.
I hated
I'm
it
not a
so
big Adam
much.
Driver fan, so I don't really. He can't watch himself act, and if you play a clip for him, he'll leave the interview.
I don't think he does that anymore. I think that was back in the day
That's
because
no. What do you
he's
mean back in the day? That was like 2 years
he
ago,
saw
dude.
those Star Wars. He's like, damn, that's what they look like. I never watched them.
No,
What's a Star War?
if you play him a clip of him acting during an interview, he will leave the interview.
I mean, it's kind of rude, right?
That's common practice, man.
Like,
It's
bro,
common practice.
what are we
Why are we
doing?
talking about Adam Driver? Because that's how horrible this movie is, Kevin. This movie felt like a 1999 comic book movie. Like, how do you not have the fucking formula for this shit, guys? Just, you want to win the box office? Just fucking copy what everyone else is doing, okay? Swallow your fucking pride. Because this shit was worse than just watching a copy. It was horrible. Like,
Dude, it
the
has
first Transformers is only slightly better than this, and I find that to be a horrendous, god awful movie that I've only watched once and will never think about again.
it has Akio Iwasa in it, and he's the dude from Raid and Raid 2.
Yeah,
And this dude's incredible. I mean, and The Night Comes for Us, A Headshot, all these great movies where you're just like, this is action personified. And my biggest gripe with this movie overall than its other just mediocre just presentation of everything. There is a couple of things I did like, but the fighting, just the action, everything is so boring.
yeah,
It's so boring. You have Snake Eyes and Storm Shadow. You should have some of the most fun action just since the raid. You know what I mean? This should
yeah.
just be ridiculous. Hey, I got two ninjas here. They're gonna go fucking ham. You're gonna shit your pants. You're gonna salivate until these motherfuckers meet up on screen again, and they're just gonna beef the whole time. The big problem is they try to just put this family motivating story angle in here where they should have did the Devil's Due comic and just had them fucking beefing. Just
Yeah, it's interesting that you said two ninjas because I feel like Tommy slash Storm Shadow is a ninja, and then that Snake Eyes
is a dude.
is the dude from the new Mortal Kombat movie, and he somehow stumbled his way into this movie.
Yeah.
And like, Clayfaced his face a little bit because I was like, "Are you the same character? What the fuck?"
He's just a dude.
Oh, starter character made his appearance again. Yeah, he's totally just a dude. Like I didn't pop or care when he put on the costume at the end. I was like, I don't even give a fuck. Like it doesn't even make sense for him to wear that costume. Like it does not make any sense at this point.
No, the sword, Morning Light, all that stuff. It didn't really make sense. It was almost like Tommy's in a different movie. Yeah. And he had to stop and keep turning to fucking Fish Boy and just be like, "Hey man,
can you just emote a little bit, please?
I guess I give you the sword." And I was like,
I don't think I should because you've done zero.
What?
In this movie?
Like,
but
Tommy,
here you go.
You're a legit ninja. Like that.
But I need warriors like you. I haven't seen you war, but.
How would you even let a fucking guy point a gun at your head? You know what I mean? Like,
yeah,
I just didn't understand like how Tommy got in these situations.
Why would you let the head of your clan, future head of your clan, go out and infiltrate a Yakuza gang unprotected with no backup?
No, dude, there's a lot of why questions.
Why was Snake Eyes so stupid? That he didn't think that the dice were loaded. I was like, oh my god, he didn't know the dice were loaded?
Yeah.
What?
There's a lot of like, well, Snake Eyes ideally would have all these like, urban street kind of tactics, just being a kid on the streets with no dad and just, you know what I mean? Like this drifter mentality of like seeing it all done that, got a shit knife on me just in case a bum gets wild. You know what I mean? Just picking up odd jobs.
Looking for a quick way out.
And he was just dumb. And I never looked at him and go, this dude's about to go off. I can't wait till he goes off. this dude's he's gonna just pop off, and they're gonna film it, and they're not gonna show his face because everything's in the goddamn dark in this movie. And I was like, come on, nothing didn't do a damn thing, did he?
He gets punched a lot.
Oh, he'll get punched a lot.
It's a lot. It's just a lot.
All right, so let's just jump into this.
Let's jump into
disappointing slog. Starts off, you got a dude pushing a motorcycle with this kid that is not helping. The dad looks tired.
I mean, motorcycle is a one-man push, Kevin. Come on. I mean, at least the kid wasn't riding on it like, go faster, Dad.
Push the back. Help me out. My back's hurt, for carrying up this fucking intro.
for being the only person of this side of the family that could act. That's for damn sure.
So they're pushing, and he's like, Dad, you ever just not want to be my dad? He's like, yeah, dude, can I just push this motorcycle?
Every fucking day, son. Every fucking day.
And so he ends up going to this house, cabin in the middle of nowhere. It's like a safe house that's not safe because the people that are pursuing Dad and young Snake Eyes, soon to be revealed, I didn't know who the fuck this was because it says 20 years earlier.
Yeah.
You're just like, okay. He gets smoked, and Little Snake Eyes sees it happen, and you're like, no, Little Snake Eyes. And he's like, I'm cursed. I just got to get revenge on my dad because he played a load of dice and they came up Snake Eyes. And I was like, oh my God.
Can we just talk about the dice for a second? That dad rolls them like fucking stupid. He's just like, I don't care. He just knew it was coming up Snake Eyes, whatever. So he's just whatever. He just threw it and was just like, can we just move on? Can we just move on? It sucked all the drama out of the scene. Because he's playing for his life, and he was just like, yeah, he shook his hand twice and just threw him, and then was just like.
And here's the thing, Dustin. I'd give you I think the direction is awful, because if you really want to build tension into this, you really don't have a chance to, because we just need this guy to die to catapult our story into just nothingness.
Why the fuck are we even starting on this?
Exactly, it didn't need to happen, right? You could have showed me a little drifter kid. I would have just been like, okay, yeah. Or an orphanage.
He literally could have just told us the backstory because, he did several times.
Dude,
we didn't need to see it.
Started off with the kid, and they're like, I heard your dad died. Little Snake Eyes got no dad. They just kick him in the balls, and he just runs away from the orphanage. Okay, that's all I needed. I didn't need to see this big, because there was no father-son moment.
Yeah, there was no bonding. There's no believability of them having a bond. We could have just had the dad and the son. We could have seen all this when he goes to discover the truth or whatever shit with the blind ninja guy. Yeah, they could just showed us then, and I'm like, oh, that's how it happened. Oh, okay. So instead, we just see it again, and the dad's just like, hey man, get over your shit.
Create tension. Directors, when you shoot stuff, give me a tight shot of the killer just kind of with a sinister look on his face. Give me the sweat coming down the brow on the dad, and then just a tension mounting and building, the slow shake of the dice. Make it like the fucking Casino Royale when he's fucking, this is boring, they're playing cards. Make it not boring, because or just shoot this dude in the head and skip the dice gimmick, because let's get on with this, right?
Yeah, because this dice gimmick sucks. Okay,
it was stupid. And I was
and then when young Snake Eyes is just sitting out in the woods watching the house burn.
I was like, is he going to pop off and just go in there and just fight the fires and just start shooting dudes? I thought he was going to go off.
Well, and I thought he was going to that's how they're going to be like, oh, that's how he lost his boys. Mm-hmm. I was kind of just hoping for that. I knew it wasn't going to happen because why would it? I wanted it to happen.
We got Henry Golding.
But then
he's got to do some acting.
Yeah, he steps on a fucking twig.
And that motherfucker heard it.
And that motherfucker not only heard it, but he heard it over the roar of a fire.
And the bloodlust of killing a man coming down from that. Just that high of just smoking a guy on your Snake Eyes gimmick.
I know there's a kid out there.
And I was like,
die by the dice.
Is he a ninja?
Yeah. I was like, oh my God. I hope I don't see him again in the near future, but I will.
He's like, I'll be back. I'll see you in Act 3.
Yeah.
Spoiler. So now we got a streetwise Snake Eyes. He's just doing jobs. It's 20 years later.
He's not doing jobs. He's fighting in a cage, man. He's a fucking starter character.
Doing jobs. This is a job, right? He's just making ends meet, and he's in a fight. He's throwing fights, winning fights. And then some dude comes up to, this is the Kenta guy, right?
Yeah, no, he doesn't throw any fights. We only see him fight one guy.
Well, didn't he
And
mention that?
he
Then I
trains
could have
him how
swore
to
the
fight.
Kenta guy said, "Hey, I know you're throwing fights and doing fight. You're just a real, you got
No,
a."
no, no. He says you fight until no one will bet against you.
Oh, okay. Oh, yeah, you're
That
okay.
was it. He never said he threw a fight. He just says you fight until everyone, and basically until no one will take a bet on you, and then you got to move on. So, but
Which I think
yeah,
I
then
hate. I'm done with main characters in action movies just living their life in the cage. It sucks.
and taking a huge amount of damage in the fight to show that they're tough. I'm like, no, you have head trauma, and I no longer like you as a main character because
Like,
that's stupid.
If I want to see you in the cage, I want to see you just bury this guy in like 5 seconds, and I'm gonna be like, wow.
Exactly.
I don't want to see a poorly shot fight where you're just got pipes and chains. I was like, what is this?
I don't want my main character to just like be overcoming some bad fighting ability. I want him to display true talent and ability and just be like, wow, that was amazing. No one should fight him ever because he's amazing. And instead, I'm just like, I feel like I could take this guy if I had a broken bottle in the right angle, you know? Like,
It's like you need to make, like, he's your baby face. We need to build this guy up. He already has the luggage and the baggage of, the broken childhood father lost. And we know he's a wandering soul searching for revenge. I need to have him just a 100% killing machine, because I do believe when he goes to that revenge, he's not going to be able to pull it off because he fights like a bitch.
I don't believe he could pull off the sheets in the morning. That's how fucking just, just annoying.
He's soft as baby shit.
Comes off.
So
yeah.
He comes up there and Kid is like, "Hey, dude, you ever see that family tree website? I got like a platinum.
Have you been on Ancestry.com?
I got a platinum fucking account, and I reverse Google.
So the Mormons,
image,
they run it, and they did some work for me.
and I was like, put in real bitch made fighter pussy kid douche snot. You just kept coming up, basically, is my joke. And the guy's like, okay, I'm not interested. He's like, what about this where you wore a size 5 shoe and you were supposed to wear a 4 and your feet hurt, but your dad made you run anyway. And then you ran into a bully and you couldn't run any faster because your feet were swollen. I remember that. Do you want revenge against that bully? I'll do it. I was just like, what?
He's like, good, because my friend, we're in your hotel. We like your sheets. They're very comfortable. You read my sheets? Hey, don't get distracted. We found this on the wall. It's about your dad. His body was never identified. No mention of a missing kid. How about you work for me? He doesn't even say, what do you want me to work for? He's just like, I'm like, you're getting a fighter. What do you want the fighter to do?
So here's what I would have done with the movie.
The mission
I would have
is dumb as fucking hell.
Here's what I want you to do. I want you to take care of my babies. And he's got 4 babies on a backpack, and he's in the park, and he's just playing with them. And then these thugs come up, and then he just fights with the babies on his back, using the babies as a weapon.
Great. He's juggling the fucking babies. One of them gets out, gets some ice cream. He's like, no ice cream, you'll ruin your dinner. And then he's got to stop that baby from getting the ice cream and fight the other thugs. And then the other baby's just like, oh, I got some chocolate chips. He's just like, no, fucking, you can't have chocolate chips.
It's like Baby's Day Out meets Lionheart. And then he just ends up in a parking garage with all these cars parked in a circle. And he was like, you've gone too far, Snake Eyes Lionheart. We're going to have to take you down. And then he can't see because the lights are so bright and everyone's got high beams on. And he looks closer. And then there's a baby with a fedora on the back of a thug. And he's just like, goo goo. And they all just jump him.
I mean, I'm not watching that movie for several reasons, but it still sounds like a better movie than this.
You're gonna be like, dude, does he ever get his hands on that fedora baby?
I mean, if the park scene is reminiscent of the scene in Blade, when they throw that person and Blade has to jump into traffic to catch that child, and the child's like, it's just like, I run away now.
And then when he's like, babies, calm down. I got to get some sleep. It's tough being a ninja on the streets. And then he falls asleep, and then the babies are all kind of backpack to him, but then want to get out, but they get off of him, and they have the baby leashes on him. They're wandering around, and he's asleep, sleepwalking. They drag him through a construction site, and everything starts missing him. And the babies are just like, goo, goo. And he's just being just totally manipulated through this maze of construction. And then he wakes up. He's like, what? and he's in front of like a little ice cream parlor, and the babies are just eating ice cream, and everyone's laughing, and the credits, and I'm like, did he ever get that baby with the fedora?
What's up with that baby with the fedora?
And there's a baby with a fedora and a scar over his eyes serving ice cream.
You think those babies use reusable diapers, or you think they just kill the environment? What do you think about that?
Boss, what do you think? Goo goo. Puts the ice cream scoop on the bad guy's head. Just keep scooping ice cream.
Sounds great.
So now the wealthy Yakuza boss Kenta is ready to give Snake Eyes the deal of a lifetime. He's like, you like fish? Uh-huh. You like guns? Uh-huh. What if we put them together?
You're like, Blue, have you ever seen the wicked tuna? Okay. Bunch of guys from Boston. They're out there catching the goddamn tuna. I'm going to put guns in the fucking tuna. Okay. These things are worth millions practically now.
Yeah. We're going to put them in a bag.
Shovel full of guns. It's very believable in the fish market. I mean, these things are fucking hard as hell to catch, and they can only catch one a day. Yeah. I'm going to shove guns in them. No one wants to eat this shit.
And he's like, so why am I doing this? Whatever, fish boy.
Yeah, he shows up. He plays soccer. What kids are playing soccer by the docks in L.A., Kevin, where the Yakuza that don't exist in L.A. are running illegal guns into the country?
I don't know, man. This
has a lot of illegal guns already that don't need to be run into the country, by the way.
They were running them out. They were taking them to Japan so they could fight so they could take over.
Was it to bluefin tuna that isn't native to these waters then?
Bro, I don't know. Like, no one cares.
I want to know why those kids are playing by the docks. I want to know why those docks didn't look like anything like the LA docks.
And well, I don't know. They were shipping guns when they were just going to buy guns from Cobra anyway.
I don't know, man. There's a lot of Kenta was clearly kicked out of the family for bad business decisions, not for wanting to use the jewel. The jewel came after. He was like, kick me out for fucking running up a $2 million debt. I'll fucking show you. I'll come back and get that damn jewel of the sun.
Yeah, which was from another movie, I think. So it just made no sense. The movie's literally off the rails.
He was like, well, we were going to get the romancing the stone, but then they said that was a different movie too. So, yeah, whatever. Have you seen Stargate? We're doing the sun thing. The Ra, the sun god. Yeah, you know what? Fuck it. I don't care.
They're romancing this. That movie's like fucking 40 years old.
It's from 1980, sir. So fuck you. It is over 40 years old now.
Yeah.
All right, fuck you. Your math checks out, okay?
Come on, Grandpa. Give the kids something they know.
I'm old now, all right? Things that felt like yesterday are now forever ago. Anyway.
So basically, he's working for Kenta because Kenta's going to promise to reveal the identity of his dad's killer. So Snake Eyes is just doing tuna boy stuff, and he's playing with kids on the dock, and he's getting harassed, being called fish boy. And they're like, Kenta's is like, there's a traitor amongst us, and when I find him, I want you to. All of a sudden, you're promoted from fish boy to fucking right-hand man assassin. I need to see your trust. I was like, the trust is when you gave him access to a bunch of automatic weapons.
Yeah, it was like, are there no other fish boys that can pull the trigger? Why are we just asking this fish boy? Is it because he's Snake Eyes? This doesn't make a lot of sense.
It doesn't also make a lot of sense. So the Rashikage is the clan that Tommy and Kenta are both from, but yet they're both here, just kicking it. While Grandma is the final, she's like the final ninja, and they could have went harder on her, and I was just like really disappointed when she showed up. I was like, oh, she's gonna fuck some dudes up with those fans.
Oh, she just jumped.
She kind of like didn't. I was like, oh, cool.
Yeah. They alluded heavily that she did.
So you take basically the heirs to this clan, the 1 and 2 that are up next, and you put them in Los Angeles. Like, are they paying dues? Like, what's happening here? They're beefing, but Kenta got thrown out because Tommy made the call. Because you find out later that Tommy was like, I exiled him instead of having him killed, which was his first mistake. So that's why he has that remorse. So if anybody ever betrays him again, all of what happens to Snake Eyes towards the end, that you just basically, you're fucked, right? Like, this whole movie is just begging to get to the last 5 minutes so it can make you go, huh? You ready for some more? I'm like, no, dude, you blew this. You blew it hard.
Yeah, and that's the problem for sure, is that it's just like, well, here's all the cool shit right now at the end of the movie. And it's like, no, movie, you needed cool shit well before this. I have
Cool shit from
zero
jump, from
fucks
the jump.
left. Yeah, like you, I mean, if you really wanted to, like, I don't know, make this cool, you should have had like 3 different timelines or something. Show them on the street kid thing. Show this bullshit that I don't find interesting, and then show like this other one where he's actually Snake Eyes, joeing it up. Like I. It's like, okay, you called it Snake Eyes G.I. Joe Origins. Did you think that no one figured out that he joins the Joes? Like, that's supposed to be some big reveal thing? Oh, look, this is the scene. We want to watch him sign the paperwork. Like, no, I don't care. I don't fucking care about that ever. Whether it was this movie or another movie or anything, I don't care.
So
Just
before we go
he's a Joe.
Too far into the story, that's what super is fucked up. So if it's Snake Eyes, number one, if you know who Snake Eyes is, you don't care. You're going to go see it. If I don't know who Snake Eyes is, I need to see a sick ass ninja action movie. This thing needs to be borderline, I think borderline ridiculous in the action. Not a bunch of wire foo or anything like that, but just like over the top, choreographed like I've never seen action. That's where all it needs to go. It
should be a ninja goddamn opera. That's what I should be
like
saying.
I should be begging, like, bro,
production amazing.
Slow down. Like, let's space some of these action scenes out because I can't breathe as a fucking viewer. Because you get one chance to impress everyone. And so when a Snake Eyes Part 2 comes out, or a Snake Eyes versus G.I. Joe, or whatever, Snake Eyes versus Cobra, whatever they're going to do, like, no one's going to give a shit because you're going to be like, wow, is this going to be as boring as the first one? Like,
yes, definitely.
It's like you said, it's not a 1990s superhero movie. We don't have time to make mistakes and fuck this up. This has to crush it. You don't get that leeway anymore, especially with streaming and the fucking just overall status and of the movie theaters right now. It's too risky.
Yeah. It's just that people have moved on. They finally have figured out to move on from the origin story. That you either have to just incorporate it for just a beat of a heart in the fucking middle of the movie or some shit, or people don't care because they're just like, whatever, I know enough. I did a research of this, and the rest of the people don't give a fuck because they're just like, well, I saw Fast and Furious 10 or 11, whatever number they're on, 9. I don't fucking know. Like, people have been watching that for like 4 decades, I feel like. We don't need origin stories. People just are really easily will accept a story without an origin. But this movie is like, nah, all origin, all the time.
It was too much origin. Like, if you would have just been, you could have put his origin in just first 20 minutes.
And then you could have just saved it for the scene with the blind ninja, and just put it right there and then done. We're like, oh, okay, I get it now. Cool. This actually had meaning instead of just no meaning like it ended up having.
So
anyway, yeah.
Snake Eyes put to the test. He doesn't take the bait. He doesn't kill basically facial hair Tommy. So Kent is like, bah. And it just turns into a fight. All of a sudden, dudes are pulling swords and bats. And I was like, why didn't you guys just shoot both these guys? Like,
yeah.
It made no sense. And all of a sudden, everyone's scurrying away.
Cool with that fucking sword.
Yeah, there's a lot of posing. It's just a lot of flailing around with swords and guys falling over. There's no attention to, like, basically proper sword combat. You're not going to get any of that. It's just, I wave my arms, I have swords in my hand, guys fall over. Just the action is just not shot with respect to what they're trying to do to make it look cool.
And they could have just stole that. I mean, let's be honest. They could have just stole that from any samurai movie and it would have been fine. Like, no one watching this today would have been like, oh shit, that's totally from Lone Wolf, like, yeah, the hardcores are gonna be like that, but you're not going for hardcores, you're going for a general audience. They're not gonna call you out on that shit.
And that's why, like, you can't have something like Lone Wolf. You can't have anything like a classic samurai movie in this because this movie doesn't have the patience for that. It has to just be like wild. Just there's no. The movie is super boring, and even when the action scenes come on, there's no sense. There's no excitement to the way they're shot, or the way they're presented. It's very cartoony in that sense, where it's just some things happen, some guys fall down. You kind of really don't really see anything transpire, right?
Yeah.
Like, it just people are moving on the screen and other people are just getting out of their way and just overselling like flips and punches and just you're like, all right, well, I guess there's something cool. There's like, don't get me wrong, I didn't hate every single thing about this movie. There are like a handful of things where I was like, oh, that's kind of cool. It's too bad it's in this movie. Basically, just breaks out to a huge melee. Tommy and Snake Eyes get away. They end up breaking off into the wharf. Snake Eyes wants to jump on a boat. We're already fighting. Tommy sees Kenta and just has no fucking self-control, goes to chase him down. They both, Kenta gets away because of Snake Eyes' help to kind of save Tommy's fucking life. They get inside a fucking, was it like a semi-truck cab?
They get in the semi-truck cab that Kenta had driven there to get away from them.
Yeah, it was weird. Like, I was like, is he gonna like ram it into the boat before they take off? I thought that's what's gonna happen. He's just gonna dunk on him. I was like, oh, that'd be kind of cool. But the only part I did kind of like, it was funny, it made me laugh, but I thought it was kind of cool, is Tommy and Snake Eyes are both in the cab and trying to pick up. I did like Tommy how he kind of no-sells everything, even though shit is just cripplingly falling apart around him. He just stands there all stoic. I'm like, all right, that's fine. And then all the like real B, C level Yakuza thugs start stabbing their swords through the cab. I did kind of like this. It was very comic booky. And the whole cab is just covered with katanas blades going through the whole thing.
Yeah, it actually had a great visual look.
I thought that looked cool.
Like, hey, we can make this look cool. You know,
yeah.
Again, it's like you said, though. It's like, oh, too bad that's in this movie.
And too bad that's in this movie, because that was very visually exciting. And that's really what my hopes kind of went up for the movie. Like, oh, maybe they're building up to a crescendo of just really cool visuals. And I saw that, and that was kind of cool. Of course, it's like a pincushion. They didn't get hit. Tommy's pretty much fine, and then Snake Eyes gets cut a little bit where he passes out. And they wake up. They're on Tommy's private jet, and he's like, "Oh, get up, fish boy, you dickhead." And I was like, "Are you guys friends or?"
Who fucking knows, man? I mean,
yeah, it's just this weird relationship, and he's like, "Hey, man, you saved me, and that's all good, and I want to basically recruit you to be one of my top guys."
I mean, I've done zero research about you, and I've only seen you gut a fish.
Yeah, so we're gonna go ahead but you kind of saved my life with like, not shooting me in the head. I was like, dude, he didn't shoot you. I don't know if he saved your life. Well, I guess he got you out of there, but aren't you like a dope ninja? Like, I'm very confused. Whatever.
It seems like you could have handled yourself just fine. Really.
Was there no plan B?
The police showed up, so.
Dude, the police showed up quick. I was like, wow, they knew this.
Yeah, but only one cop car, and they were like, "Put down your guns." I was just like, "Just fucking stab him!" Like, you can.
Who has guns? Everyone's got a sword.
The police have guns.
Cop was like, "Why would I put my own gun down?" He just puts his gun down. All right.
Well, they said put down your weapons. Whatever.
Cop just puts down his gun. Fair enough, guys. I'll wait.
He's just like, are those fucking swords? Are those swords? Hey, don't run away. Come back here. Come back
here. I have one.
We didn't pay for the fucking cop suit, so I can't come out of the car. I'm just a voiceover.
My kid's really into swords.
Those are really long. Why are you guys using a long blade? Hey, guys. Oh, damn it.
They left. So now we're on a private jet flight to Tokyo.
Oh, and Tommy's shaved.
Oh, Tommy's dapper. He's like, I'm in another movie right now, bro. You stay gross on this bed with your blood and your sweat and your fish guts.
I tried to wash as much fish off you as possible, but like, Jesus, were we just bathing in it at night? Like, come on.
But then I realized I'm rich. I don't touch dirty things. So we finally get to Japan, and this is my favorite part of the movie. And what I mean favorite part, you go to see Tommy's pretty much crib, his house, the clan's headquarters. And this is one of the coolest set pieces I've seen in a long time. This house, this setup, this fortress, I thought it looked so fucking cool. I love the interior looks. I thought the outside was cool. I was like, man, this is like a really cool set piece. I wish it was in another movie. I love the garden. I love the whole aesthetic of this place. And I just wish it was used better. I don't know. I felt like it just kind of almost didn't fit here.
Yeah,
And
for me, it felt very like that's where I got the kind of the like 90s vibe from this is that it just looked like Three Ninjas, the opening.
what?
It just, I don't know. It just seemed very dated, the set. Or maybe it's just the way it was shot to me. Okay.
Oh, there's no
So,
direction in the shot. It's all just like bullshit
yeah.
camera shots. But
Kevin, why in every fucking Hollywood movie when we go to Japan do we have to, or just really any movie that has like a caravan of black cars, why do they have to go 1,000 miles per hour, one after the other, right at gates, and we open these gates just barely in time? I saw the fear in the fucking eyes of this man
it's a
who was just like,
wrestle.
oh shit. He was like, oh shit, I really didn't get the door open. And they were like, keep that shot. It looks real. And I was like, it probably was real. He was probably like, oh fuck, I'm gonna get run over by this car going 60 to enter a driveway. What the hell is this shit?
I think it's supposed to build just this.
It's stupid. No one cared. Don't even show me the car's fucking driving. Just show the car pulling up and parking. Like, that's all I need. 2 seconds. All right, get out.
Yeah, I don't even really need to see that. You could just really show me the
I'm just saying
compound
if
and
you
then a
want to
door
like
opens.
if you want to explain how they got there without like this fucking straight teleporting like you did when he was bleeding in a fucking truck and then on a jet plane to another country with no passport and customs, whatever.
Yeah.
So I'm just saying if you want to show like, okay, here they're getting out of car, they show you know how they arrived and you know where they're going. Just do that. But I don't. I'm just like, really? Like, people still shoot like this? Like, this guy's just fucking dated with everything he fucking does in this movie.
Yeah, dude, he
So
doesn't work a lot. I'm surprised he got this movie.
apparently, no one else wanted it. They were just like, Snake Eyes, what's that with Nick Cage? I'm like, oh fuck, man, I'd rather watch that movie again. And I didn't really like watching it the first time.
Like this movie, it's not. I mean, the direction is just lifeless. Like I said, the action is lifeless. The problem with it, it feels like it's 4 or 5 different scripts that they couldn't agree upon, so they just lifted a little bit from all of them.
Bring
And
Larry in here. He can he can unite these scripts in a way no one can. And he just looked at him and was like, dumpster fire, guys. Dumpster.
yeah, he's like, I don't know which turd's bigger than the next. What
The
the?
fans will definitely watch it on Paramount Plus.
Yeah, man. And that's what it feels like. It just feels like a convoluted mess because they don't really have a firm direction. I don't know, but it just wavers a lot for me. But whatever. So Tommy shows up and he's just like, "Yo, I'm back." And they're just like, "Oh God, dude, you're back." And he's like, "Who's that?" Snake Eyes. Okay, what's his story, Tommy? And he's like, "Yeah, he saved me from getting my ass rat-a-tat-tatted." I'm
But
like,
what else about him?
um,
I think he likes fish, I hear.
he's
If you call him Fish Boy, he seems to be happy.
he's a noble warrior or something.
He's a talented warrior. We need more like him.
And so the first person they are greeted by is fucking Akio, and she shows up. She's like the head of security. You're the worst at your job.
Oh, absolute trash. Just absolute trash.
You're literally
Uh.
stealing money from these people with the paycheck they give you.
She's like, I'm not even that good of a fighter. Don't tell anyone. Like,
It's awful.
ugh.
She's just like, hey Tommy, who's this? Why'd you bring him here? He needs to get verified. Tommy's like, bro, I'm vouching for my dog here. It's Snake Eyes, bro.
Yeah, Tommy's just like, I love this motherfucker. Okay.
Yeah,
I have
dude.
talked to him for all of 5 fucking minutes, and most of that was calling him Fish Boy. But I love this man.
It's
He
literally
is my righty tighty, lefty loosey motherfucker for life. Okay.
Hey, Tommy, you did this last time when you found a dog in the street. You brought him home and you said
Remember?
you loved him and he bit me.
It gave you that scar, that dog. It
He
bit your
bit
fucking
me.
face, Tommy. And we said, you don't get to get plastic surgery. You got to keep that fucking scar so you remember not to bring up any more bitey dogs. Well, this motherfucker looks hungry and he's frothing at the fucking mouth.
Well, just to let you know, Tommy, I don't trust him. He's like, I don't give a fuck. I was like, all right, well.
Yeah, Tommy's like, you could take her advice, but most of the time you'll leave it. I was just like, damn, Tommy.
And I was like, okay, sick burn. And she just put her head down, and I was like, he just dunked on you in front of a stranger.
He really
How do you feel?
Diminished your importance to everyone in watching the movie.
I saw your G.I. Joe classified figure. I'm not going to get it. And I have all of them.
Damn, he does.
Yeah. Fuck you. You suck.
Harsh.
So everyone's just
burns because you're getting them.
Yeah, she's just like, dude, is somebody watching our movie and talking about it? So she just gets dunked on by like the boss man. And it just, you lose all respect for her as a viewer. You're just kind of like, so do I give a fuck about her either? Or is she just okay, no, fuck what she says.
And they never outright say it, but they're like, she's an outsider that we've accepted. But they don't just say that. They're just like, you know all about what he's about to do as an outsider. You're like, why don't you just say an outsider? Why don't you just say an outsider? Why'd you say it like that? That's stupid. And they're like, well, I'm going to do it 3 more times, so get with it.
Yeah.
Storm Shadow Cloud.
And you're like, okay. And then Tommy's like, yeah, well, he's my friend now, and this is my summer camp, so fuck off.
We saw each other's balls in the shower. He smelled like fish. I smelled like bad cologne.
Oh, it
was a powerful moment.
He probably smells like good cologne.
No, because he was in his undercover one. He couldn't wear good cologne. Okay.
That's true. Yeah.
He had to wear bad cologne to fit in with them. He was just like, ugh, these tasteless fucks.
Yeah,
and then he saw fucking Snake Eyes sneak on some good cologne, and he was just like, a man of taste honor. of honor and nobility.
Yeah. So.
And then he got an accidental erection in the shower, and everyone called him Tommy Pitch-a-Tent, and he was just like, stop calling me that.
So Tommy's literally
Tentpole Tommy.
Oh yeah, we got that's.
Oh, that was way better. Sorry.
Yeah, way really better. Because he wasn't wearing pants, and I was like, pitch a tent, get out, you're done, wrap it up, disconnect.
Tom. Got it.
So he's the next to take over the clan as his grandmother, and literally the heritage stops with him. Like everything ends. Like the Rashikage is done, but yet Tommy's undercover. He's risking his life. He's making bad decisions. And he just doesn't give a fuck. And the grandma's like, bro, what's wrong with you? And he's like, dude, I do what I want. I want what I do.
And they're just like, hey, minimal security while this new guy meets the head of the clan.
No, dude, there's ninjas standing in the background almost in every scene. I'm like, did these guys do anything? Are these Akios?
They don't fucking train, that's for sure. They're trained at flying back and blowing up. That's about it.
I was like, dude, she doesn't tell... Okay, whatever.
She's not very organized as head of security.
She doesn't secure anything, dude. She just runs around and gets beat up.
Yeah.
So they're just like, listen, he'll go through the trials. He'll prove that he's down with OPP. It's all good. I'm Tommy. And everybody's just like, bro, you do this.
He doesn't even ask Snake Eyes, though. He's like, hey, do you want to join me or whatever? He's just like, hey, you're doing this.
Yeah. You got 3 trials in you, don't you? I don't know. What are those trials? I'll see you in the morning. He's like, what? The movie just leaves. The movie leaves Snake Eyes.
Yeah, Snake Eyes is like, so what? We're doing what now?
We're doing.
And then he's just like, here's my room. My house is your house. He's just like, your toys are my toys. He's like, how American of you. And I was like, what's up with this slide? Why did we even say that? Why are we even doing this? Like,
I don't know.
Did someone want to say Mikasa Sukasa? Just fucking snow cap the shit out of this? Like, what's going on here?
Just make sure you leave the toilet seat up. I don't want to fall in. Or wait a minute. You'll figure it out. Welcome home. So basically, we'll just kind of glaze over this part because here I'll just
glaze over this part. He's like, you need to train to be faster. And then we see this really shitty montage where I was like, which one's Snake Eyes? All these guys suck. Like,
so they all suck.
Which one was?
It's a bunch of dudes. They're all wearing karate gear or like ninja gear. Snake
Yeah.
Eyes runs up a hill and like falls over, and then they just zoom in on him with this like really over the top computer.
Yeah.
And then Akio's like, this dude sucks balls, and I can't find anything on
His
him.
heart
He
rate's through the roof, man.
he doesn't have a history or a past, or it's almost like he's a ghost and never existed. Like what?
We should call him Ghost Eyes. And they're just like, what? What? No, you said it first. That was Ghost Eyes. Get it? It's pretty dope.
What a good ninja he'll make. And
Yeah.
everybody's just like, I don't.
Yeah, no, I think Tommy go, I'm not afraid of ghosts. I was like, okay,
I mean, like I almost did
nor am
not.
I.
I kind of like that line. He's like, because it was a good sassy Tommy line. I felt like that was his character. He's almost like he's a ghost. He's like, I'm scared of ghost. Or he's like, I'm rooting for this guy. I believe in this guy.
Yeah, oh, sorry.
What was that?
Ghostbusters, motherfuckers.
Uh,
Oh, I'm sorry. You impromptu do it better, okay?
I
Just trying to fucking help with the scene.
I'll save it for the Ghostbusters remake relaunch. Son's directing. So I like that. I was like, oh, that's a little sassy line. It's just Tommy giving a middle finger to the establishment that he's in charge of and created. Yeah, like just
And wants to keep them alive and
I
thriving.
didn't understand why he's
Yeah.
just bucking the trend so hard. Where it's
I
like,
didn't understand what he was. What was his goal, Kevin? He needs warriors like Snake Eyes.
to make his own perfect like.
So he's
enemy?
going to train Snake Eyes like all his warriors. What? What the fuck sense does that make?
If I was in the
He's
B,
worldly.
if I was in the B
Okay.
class, I'm like, yeah, he knows how to order correctly at a Western Sizzler, and I'm like, well, okay, that
Well,
is
that's
that is his
disappointing.
talent we need.
That's,
So
it's
he's
not
gonna know
talent we
which
want, but it's one we need.
he's
Okay.
gonna know which
Right.
is the good Bojangles. And I'm like, well, I mean, these are all valid arguments, Tommy, but I
He's
don't.
like, well, I worked at that one, so that one's shit. But that one didn't hire me, so I'm going to say that one's probably the good one. And
You
they're
know
like,
what? I don't see his dossier on the back of his action figure getting filled up with these facts, Tommy. Tommy's like, what about biscuits and gravy? He said he knew how to make them. I don't know what that is. I wanted to try it.
He's like, no, that was my wish list. Wanted to eat at a Bojangles and eat biscuits and gravy, if possible, at a Bojangles. What do they serve? I don't even know. Never been in one.
It's like, Tommy, do you just bring home lost puppies and bad girlfriends all the time, and they all gotta talk you out of it? Like, if this was a romantic comedy, I'm loving it. You know what? You want to be my boyfriend? You gotta come to my ninja clan and do my 3 trials, and then I'm like, okay, where are we going with this? Are they gonna get together? But it's
Oh
just,
man, that would be amazing. Storm Shadow and fucking Snake Eyes are dating, and he's gonna meet the family.
that's what I thought was happening.
And Snake Eyes has to bring a fake family because he hasn't told Tommy he's a fucking orphan. And it's just Roadblock and Scarlet. And you're just like, what?
In Roadblock, no, it has to be Gun
And they're
Ho,
like
just
the
so Gun
same
Ho can
look.
have his fuck. I guess it could be Roadblock, so Roadblock could be wearing his cooking outfit the whole time, with his apron and his big chef's
And
hat.
that's what I'm saying is they're not age appropriate. They're like, how young did you have him, dear? And she was like, 4, maybe
was from
5.
My first marriage from my second life. Everybody's like, uh-oh, someone got into the basil again.
And he's just like, Mom, why don't you go lay down? Seems like you're having a spell. And she's just like, that's fucking sexist, you piece of shit. And he's just like, okay, well, this is working out splendid. Tommy, another drink? You want some mimosas? Let's go get some mimosas, huh? Huh? Anyone else? Mimosas? Freshen you up? Grandma? Future grandma? Mimosas?
She's just in the closet saying that, and the door's closed.
I mean, I want to see that movie so much more now. Just fucking Storm Shadow bringing Snake Eyes home to meet the family.
And then Snake Eyes is like, listen, I got a babysitting gig I got to do. Boom, sick transition.
That's why they have fucking beef, is because it didn't work out. And now they're sworn enemies for life
Yeah.
because it's just a bad romance.
You dissed my
Oh,
mom's
man.
meatloaf to do your babysitting gig? You had 3 babies at one time? No baby wears a fedora.
He's like, those babies needed me. Okay.
I needed
I don't
you.
condone this crossover. I like the other one we had much better, but fine. I'll give you your stupid baby fedora.
So as Snake
Where are we
Eyes
at in this movie?
literally does task after task. The first one is with the Hard Master, which is my homeboy from fucking the raid. And I'm like, oh, please tell me you're gonna do a fight. That's too soon. Well, you haven't done a fight in a while. We have to do a fight. Where's the action, movie? I'm looking at you. Give me the action. You got like two ninjas on the cover of this poster and like fucking five guns and bunch of suits and swords. No action.
No,
So the hard
no.
master's like, take hard master goes up, dips these fucking cups in this water, and he's like, yo, dude, take the fucking water from me. Just fuck with me. Fuck with me. And Snake
Yeah.
Eyes just gets his ass beat because he can't do it. Hard Master keeps fucking pouring his water on him. He's like, you bitch, you soft as fuck. I hate you. Go back to wherever you come from.
Yeah, doesn't he give him 4 strikes too?
No, no, he gives him the three, but
No, dude,
yeah,
I'm pretty sure he gives him 4.
I don't. He doesn't, dude. Trust me.
No, he
Mm.
gives him 4
Dude,
chances.
but who cares? It sucks.
Because it's weird that he gives him 4.
It's Canadian rules. He just let him have it. So, fucking Snake Eyes has to remember Tommy's preachings of like, hey, keep your shit in check. Don't be bitch made, and try hard and
Hey,
stuff.
remember a fucking 20 seconds ago I said check your ego? Okay, well that was like a big ass hint, and like you didn't do it, dude. So if you're gonna like be cool with my mom, you gotta check your ego.
So this is why this scene doesn't work because I know the dude Hardmaster is a legit killer. I've seen him. He's fucking incredible.
Yeah,
And Snake
and his
Eyes,
name's Hardmaster.
I haven't seen Snake Eyes do shit.
Yeah,
So if he has a massive ego, this would have been a perfect opportunity to watch Snake Eyes just go off. And you're like, damn, dude, Snake Eyes is fucking sick. He can't get the Hard Master. The Hard Master's like next level.
yeah,
This ninja shit is serious, bro.
yeah. I needed to see them fight longer than just like a simple spar. Snake Eyes is on the
Because
ground.
it would have been so sick if Hard Master just served him while holding the fucking little cup of water the whole time. And Snake Eyes is like, dude, I'm busting a sweat here, and I can't even make this dude's hair fucking blow back.
Yeah,
And
exactly. And then like Hardmaster just takes a sip from his. He's just like, well, I mean, you're not spilling it, so I might as well use it, right? And then he's just like, motherfucker, and then just charges at
I
him.
was waiting for like the Hard Master to go, like he does a fucking punch, and Hard Master dips under, pops his elbow, knocks his water out. Hard Master catches his water. I thought we were gonna do some shit like that.
Yeah.
Like some
and I
old
wanted to
fucking-
see some shit like that. Instead, Snake Eyes gets water poured on him, and he's just like, well, I guess I'll refill the fucking bowl. And I was like, what? What ego? I don't even understand your character right now. You just someone pours water on my face, I'm standing up fucking angry. I'm not gonna just be like, oh,
No, I didn't mind that. That's the only part of it I did like, because he's like, okay, I know you fucking checked me again. I can beat you this time. So that was the only thing of his character that I liked. I was like, well, at least he's consistently not listening. So he does it again, and then he finally figures it out. I mean, they're literally just mad dogging him in the back. Tommy's watching, everybody's there. The grandma's just like, this dude's stupid.
Yeah.
And
Because it's so easy. Like they tell him the answer in the trial. I was like, okay, so he just has to do this. Okay, cool.
So he finally figures it out, and you're like, he just goes to Hard Master's like, hey, can I get some water, please? I'd love that, and I respect you, and
I think what he actually says is, will you exchange your cup of water with my cup of water? And then they do.
Hashtag
Not like
save Brittany.
hashtag love you, dog. Like big ups, blessed. Let's be friends for life. What's your AIM handle? You still got that? I mean, this movie's old feeling, so I'm sure we still have that. Tommy told me you guys are still using AIM. He's trying to get you on the modern, get you on the Google Meets or something.
So Hard Master's like, yeah, here's my water. I guess, thanks. And then everyone's just like, yeah, good job, thumbs up.
They're like, let's get fucking drunk tonight. Woo! Here's why I didn't like this scene, Kevin, because it was too reminiscent of the first scene with him, where he's not a badass at all. And I don't come away from the end of it going, oh, Snake Eyes, you're so cool. I'm really just like, is he Snake Eyes? Does anyone call him anything else? I mean, they just call him Snake, and I'm supposed to just be like, oh, just like that. Nah, fuck this guy. He's not Snake. He's not Snake Eyes. It felt out of place calling him that. But yeah, I walked away going, you're still not cool, dude. Like, a chump could have figured this out. Just listen to the fucking clues they gave you. God, you suck, Snake Eyes.
No, he does suck, and the only protection he would have probably had in this movie is hiding in this suit, and then you could put somebody in the suit that could just fucking go off, and you'd be like, this is incredible. Snake Eyes is great. And then you just do the whole thing. When he has the mask off, he's just wandering around being a bad actor. And then when he's in the suit, you're like, oh, that's clearly not him, but I'm loving this.
It's about to get real awesome real quick.
And that, like I said, that's the big thing. They don't write Snake Eyes as being just fucking incredible. Like, he could still be a sick fucking fighter, but then he's learning the way of their clan. And he doesn't need to learn how to fight from him because he never really does. He can learn the ways, air quotes, of the ninja.
Yeah.
And how there are, our clan is basically here to guard this basic jewel of the sun. Let's introduce that really quick because the movie is just like, oh, by the way, there's this mega fucking power they have. That's the most OP thing on the planet, but don't worry about it. These soft ass ninjas got it covered. I was like, what in the fuck?
They have
in the fuck?
Biometric fucking security.
Oh, dude, don't let me start me on that. I was talking out loud watching this scene. I was like, why is that? We'll get to it.
Oh, so, no, I agree. I was too. Like, people came and were like, are you talking to me? And I was just like, no, I'm not talking to you. I'm talking to a fucking stupid movie.
No, I was watching it with someone, and I did my best not to interrupt it because I don't like when people talk in the movies. I just save my shit in my brain. But this movie made me just blurt out. I was like, what in fucking Christ is happening? Like, I just got so upset.
Like, hold on. But it gets worse.
Whatever. So he does the first trial, and everyone's like, thumbs up. I don't even remember the second trial.
Well, we don't get to the second trial right away.
Well, we are for the sake of this.
No, you can't because there's a huge pinnacle scene in between that.
All right, so
he goes into the city.
He basically is like, hey, can I borrow these electric motorcycles? And I was like, listen, I love that these are electric motorcycles. They look visually cool, but you need to shoot these better, and you need to fucking get some sound effects on there to make them sound sick as fuck, okay?
They need to sound sick. Had the electric whale. Ooh.
Like, amplify that. Crank it where I feel like, ooh, that thing's going to tear ass. They don't even do anything cool with the fucking motorcycles.
This guy can't shoot a sword in front of someone's face properly. You want him to shoot a motorcycle chase scene properly?
There should be a second unit directing the action.
The second unit was just like, hey, why'd the director show up to ruin our shots? What the fuck?
The editor's like, I have absolutely nothing to work with.
The editor put his name 5th in the fucking credits, dude. I don't know if you saw that, but he was like, I'm fucking taking 5th billing. Fuck everyone else. I was like, someone thinks high.
The editor presents Snake Eyes Origins.
The editor. Yeah, seriously. I was like, why? I was like, whoa. He put himself high. I don't know why
for a favor. You made me cut this shit in a weekend? Fuck you. I'll put myself in there.
Looks like. Yeah, so he has to go to a bathhouse, and oh my God, who is it? Who is fully dressed with Snake Eyes fully dressed in a Japanese bathhouse? None other than Kenta. And he's just like, hey, remember you had some hope for my character because I kind of could act? Well, it's about to dissipate. And Snake Eyes is like, I'm out. I'm done. I'm not doing this shit.
Hard.
He's like, this fucking third trial's gonna kill me, man. He's just like, yeah, just go through them, whatever. No hints, no tips.
Oh, man, they made me run up a hill. That shit was fucking bullshit.
He's like, they want me to do so much fucking cardio. Okay, I can't fight. My name's Snake Eyes, not fucking Snake Thighs, okay? Fucking, it's in the name.
Snake Thighs don't lie.
Yeah, and then Kenta gives him the dice. And he's just like, I found your father's killer.
You got me. I guess I'll go back and ninja it up.
Right. Okay.
All right. Hope nobody, like the head of security, saw me leave. But,
I hope no one put a tracking device on these electric scooters that they loan out. That would be too secure.
I had to start the bike with my phone anyway. Tommy said it was cool, but I had to download the app and pay $5. That wasn't cool.
That wasn't cool at all. I mean, I'm a fucking street kid for life. Like, I don't got fucking digital currency. What the hell? So,
It was just
so I
Venmo,
had to
but
blow a guy to fucking get him to use his phone to turn it on, and then I had to blow a different guy to get it turned back on to go drive home. So now my jaw hurts, and fucking people want the snake eye smile, and I can't deliver today. I can't deliver today.
jeez, your jaw hurts. What are you doing, dude? Like,
Snake eyes isn't very good. Okay.
Jesus Christ.
Or he was, he was maxing out on that time on the bike. So, and then I think, doesn't he go back and he's like perusing around the place and the head of security finds him? Like she's just like behind the tree he's standing behind. Like, what are you doing?
She does this twice. Well, first time she just watches him. The second time is no.
No, this is it. She finds him and then they spar. And she's like, "Tell me why you're here."
Wait, that doesn't make sense because he goes to the city at night and their scene is in the day.
Yeah, it's the next day. You're forgetting, man. They don't go to the second trial right away. The second trial is like 2 days later. Like he goes and he's like, oh, he has to, no, so the next morning he goes and he gets the sword from Kenta, or not from Kenta, from Tommy. Tommy's like, here's the Morning Star. Good job passing the first test, the easiest of the three.
Well, yeah, because he's walking around pretending he's trying to learn Japanese, but he's just scoping the place out, looking at all the fucking infrared cameras and like electric wires and shell around this fucking compound.
Yeah. And then, like, is it just me or is it really weird that he gave him a gift at all, Kevin? It's like, first of all, you've basically just kidnapped this man. You know nothing about him. Now you're lavishing him with gifts.
There was basically no story to it. He should have just been like, hey, this
story is called Pretty Woman.
He should have just been like, this is what this sword represents in my clan. I see this in you. It only goes to like it's like the goddamn IC belt and old school WWF. This is the workers belt. You go hard in it, and it ain't the championship belt, but you fucking get this sword because we know you're gonna be badass. I don't know why he gives it to him because I was like, dude, you didn't do dick. Like maybe after he beat the 3 trials, he could have just been like, bro, finally, this is your graduation present. I knew I could trust in you. And then everybody's like, dude, you gave him fucking like a morning light or whatever. Like that's like only the workers get that shit. Only the dopest of the dope. That should be something all the other ninjas are trying to obtain. Because that's the big seal of approval. Like it was just stupid. They're just like, here's the sword, and he's like, cool, man. I was just walking around with my iPod listening to 2 broke girls run a pizza. He's like, did you get that over here? And he's like, what are you talking about? He's like, they had a band. He's like, they did? He's like, I don't know. Am I in yet? Am I a ninja? I was just like,
I finished the trials. He's like, you just did one like 3 days ago. Like, slow down, Tiger.
Didn't they have like a pizza parlor? He's like, Mystic Pizza? He's like, I don't know, man. You're rich, not me.
So much. And then he takes a sword and he's running around trying to, I don't know, test security or something. And I'm just like, how I'm to believe that this untrained ninja is running around outdoing all the trained ninjas?
He's doing ninja shit ahead of time. He shouldn't be doing it.
Yeah, he's clocked in for overtime on ninjas. And then the other ninjas are like, it's been a long weekend. I don't think I care. But I'm just like, isn't this a compound full of... Why can I see every ninja? Should they all be hidden? Like ninjas? Perhaps, methinks?
No, dude, they're out there training. They're just on break. They're all walking around lounging.
5 of them were training, and they were still all winded. And meanwhere, this guy's like, I'm going to do the trials, guys.
Their decoration. You have to be like, hey, dude, this is an awesome place. What is that guy doing? Is this a ninja compound? Like that's really what they're there for. Oh, I'm sorry. Am I in the shot? Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Is this the mess hall scene where we can like all hang out? Yeah, man. Like,
no, that's later. Okay. This is actually just the mess hall.
We're all just like wearing our ninja garbs like all the time. Like,
I mean, I probably would too, but still, it's
like, why is Why is Snake Eyes
Why
just
did they
walking
serve
around?
mashed potatoes today? It's all over my fucking suit. They are not gonna film me today. Fuck. I'm gonna get sent home.
Why is Snake Eyes just walking around? I'm like, Snake Eyes, there's cameras everywhere. They see you walking around doing non-ninja shit. You're snooping.
And then she
Everyone
just
can see
shows
you're
up and she's just
snooping.
like, "What are you doing?" Yeah, he's just like, "I'm just looking for stuff. I threw a ball over here. Did you see the ball I threw over here, baby?" And she's like, "Why do you got a sword if you're throwing a ball around?" He's like, "I was gonna cut it in half, like Luke Skywalker, maybe."
Don't we just wear swords? I'm a ninja now.
Yeah, I was just like, really? Why are you questioning why he has a sword on a ninja compound? Isn't everybody
Doesn't she
have a
recognize the
sword?
hilt of that sword? She should have just been like, "Oh, dude, I can't believe Tommy gave you fucking morning light or whatever. Like, what the fuck?"
Instead, they go down to some other part of the compound that we'll never visit again and just spar in the street until she gets a phone call and then he cheats to win. And she's so annoyed. She's like, fucking winning without honor? Really, dude?
Oh, it's funny,
Fucking
dude.
really?
She's like, all right, if you can get a hit on me, I'll let you walk or whatever. She punches him, or he punches her in the
Yeah.
face.
And she's like,
I laughed. I was like,
I did laugh at
you
that.
weren't
I wish it
clear.
was a different movie though, because then she's like, with the sword. Like it was so just like Waka Waka. Did you want to meet his parents now or later? We're starting to suspect Roadblock's not your real dad.
Like,
And
you can't do that. It's gonna confuse everyone.
no, I'm gonna do it. You keep bringing up Baby Fedora. That's confusing people.
Literally brought it up in like 10 minutes.
You brought it up too many times already. But anyway, yeah. So he punches her, then they spar. It sucks so much ass. There's no. And again, you just come away going, this guy is not talented or a good warrior. Why is Tommy so hellbent on getting him into the clan? Like he's displayed no skills worth a damn. None. Detection, 0. Fucking camouflage, 0. Couth, 0. Fucking morning erections, all. Full on every morning.
The problem is, it makes you question Tommy's judgment now. I'm like, dude,
Oh,
what?
I already
what
was. The minute I saw him on the
doing?
plane, I was just like, Tommy, what the fuck you thinking about, man?
What I was honestly thinking, and I was like, oh man, I bet you he's going to use Snake Eyes to draw out Kinta or something. And then so he can finally be like, smoke Kinta. He's like, I should have fucking killed you, not exiled you. And I knew Snake Eyes was working with you. And I thought Tommy was like 5 moves ahead of everyone. So I was just really waiting for that to pop off. But Tommy they just made him dumb too. And I was like, why is everyone dumb?
Yeah, he was hella dumb.
I don't know. But yeah, the fight with her, it's just more shaky camera too close. No one knows how do we shoot an action scene? I don't know. If it's not a massive CG bullshit like the fucking tunnel that goes on forever on the highway, you can't tell what's going on. Period. It sucks.
Yeah. And then they find out that Kenta's back. They're like, "Ooh, Kenta's here. He found a way." And I can't remember, did they do the fight first or the trial first? I'm trying to remember.
It doesn't matter.
Let's just cover the trial then, because the trial sucks. No, they do the fight first. Or he goes and sees. They go to fight Kenta first. And because that's when I'm trying to remember when Scarlett's introduced too. I don't know. There's just so much of the same boring crap happens where you're just like, which way did it go? I don't know. So at some point they go to the city. Fucking Tommy's like, I'm gonna go kill Kenta, and they're just like, okay, head of the clan, future of the clan, go ahead and go alone. And then Snake Eyes is like, I'm not gonna let you go alone. I'll go with you, dog. And then head of security is just like, whoa. If that untrustworthy motherfucker's going, I'm going too.
Dude, like, I'd be like,
they
hey.
leave all the other ninjas on the compound. Don't bring a single fucking one of them.
I'd be like, listen, head of security, you can stay here, make sure nothing pops off because we're supposed to be guarding this fucking super amulet.
Because it's in your fucking name. You're the head of security.
Take
And
Hard
if the head of
Mastered with you.
security
If you
fucking
need a legit
leaves,
motherfucker, I'd be like, someone should be like, Hard Master, you got to go with Tommy. Anytime he steps out to take a piss, go to the fucking grocery store, whatever, someone's got to roll with him. We know
he's like,
he's.
but I'm nearsighted, Kevin, and they won't buy me glasses.
LOL.
I
Yeah,
was
no.
like, get this man some fucking shades. Like, what the fuck, man?
Get this guy some VSP.
This
Okay.
is what Tommy's talking about. He's just like, see, they won't even let him wear fucking glasses. They just don't wear glasses, so we can't wear. Oh, he can get contacts. No, they don't even know what a contact is.
I'm sorry.
Glasses are outlawed. They can't wear contacts.
I'm sorry, Super Ninja Snake Eyes. Did you have an opinion now? Oh, that's right. You're not super nor ninja.
And no one says eyes. They all just say snake. So eat a dick. All right. Okay. So yeah, they head to the city all in their fucking toned down versions of their future costumes is what I'm gonna say, because Tommy's wearing all fucking white. Snake Eyes is wearing all fucking black. Head of security's there.
I didn't
He's
hate
wearing-
Tom. I liked Tommy's gear. I thought Tommy's
Yeah, I
gear
liked
looked
it
sick.
too. I just didn't understand why they kept teasing it, and then at the end they're just like, "Here's just Snake Eyes." I was like, "Man, like, have you guys seen the source material at all? Like, just
There's
an
a
action figure,
million-
anything?" Like,
There's 1,000,001 ways I could have rewrote this and give you something 10,000% better without even forcing anything in there. I could just put subtle source material in there, but I could give you a compelling Snake Eyes who longs for justice and a vengeful Storm Shadow that is just feels ostracized by the only thing that he ever believed in, and he gets manipulated by Cobra, and then fucking you make him just do to the fucking kid and Ryu, dude. You make him fucking childhood friends or something. You know what I mean? There's so many ways you just could have done this.
yeah,
And then they kind of drift apart where he's just like, dude, you're so obsessed. He's like, well, the clan turned their back on me, so fuck them. And he's like, and you're the reason why. He's like, dude, you're going over the edge. You weren't my friend anymore. I didn't know who you were. You were blind with vengeance. He's like, I helped you get your revenge, and now you push me away. You know what I mean? He's like, dude, it wasn't revenge. It was justice. You're not seeing this correctly. And then Storm Shadow could be like, fuck it. I'm rolling solo. I got banished. My own fucking friend betrayed me. I'm out. I'm a fucking gun for hire now. If I see you again, you're getting fucked up. And Snake Eyes is like, bro, we were bro dogs.
I mean, I don't know why in this movie, because they're not at all. But
You could have just done what I just said, and then in between my fucking bullshit pitch, you put some of the coolest fucking action like in the last 5 years in American cinema, right?
yeah,
And that's it. They were like, well, just there we go, and done. And the editor was like, yeah, I did a shitty job, but guess what?
I did a shitty job.
I'm number 5.
I'm number 5. I'm bumping it up, motherfuckers.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah,
The balls on that guy.
yeah. Like, I would have put myself way in the back. Like,
I would have just put edited by editor.
edited by editor the third.
Editor X.
Editor X. You know. Yeah. Like, here's the thing about this movie, Kevin. If you remove the G.I. Joe branding and characters, like, still keep the characters, but just don't say that they're like, say I'm doing like a,
Right. Yeah, I got you.
you know, touch of the nose, like little, like, hee, it's Snake Eyes, but I'm not calling him that.
Fired by.
Yeah, this is still just a horrible fucking movie. Like,
Definitely.
none of that saves it. Like, if you don't have to know anything about G.I. Joe to watch this movie, and you'll still just come away going, that was a horrible fucking movie. And what is a G.I. Joe? I don't know, because this movie does not answer that. So it's just so painful. So yeah, they do this fight, and Kenta's there, standing on a rooftop in the rain,
Yeah,
looking down at his men getting torn to shreds. Snake Eyes saves one guy. He's just like, go. I could say go to you, but I'm just gonna like motion and like wave my hand, and then I'll kick the ass out of 2 other guys that decide not to leave. I mean, everyone should know me in the clan, right? But like, I'll beat these 2 up with a frying pan. Because again, I'm neither bad nor ass. Okay, no, I am ass. Never mind. And then that's it. And then, yeah, so Tommy's about to show down with Kenta. Snake Eyes gets in the way again. head of security is just like, I saw you get in the way. That's interference. 10 yards. And says nothing to Tommy. Like, hey, I think that guy fucking cut that tower that blocked you and caused Kenta to get away. I don't know. It was raining. Maybe I'm wrong. I'm in love with him. I don't know why. So,
like, if this was just an excuse to see some cool ninja stuff, bring it on. Let me see Kenta go off and let me see Kenta put Snake Eyes and Storm Shadow to the max. And I'm like, dude, I don't know if you guys together can fucking beat Kenta. They might have to team up and get their shit together to stop this dude's legit. I've never heard of him. He's not in any of the G.I. Joe mythos that I know of. He's probably like a throwaway character. They just juiced up too much. Who knows? Don't care. But do that. And I'd been like, oh shit, you guys, you better tag team them or you're not going to win. They were just like, I don't. Good luck to tell what's going on. It's all in the dark. I was like, I don't even what's happening.
Yeah, it's like every time these two fight, it just they cut away, and then at some point, Tommy was just like on the ground, like kneeling down.
I told you, dude. They make Tommy soft. So at the end, when he's just like, you can call me Storm Shadow, because they allude to his precursor of his name. I was like, okay. And I was like, Tommy, no one cares because they made you look like a dipshit this whole movie. The whole movie.
You got a storm of shadows around you, Tommy. He's just like, ooh, that's nice. I'll use that later.
They make you look like a dipshit.
Yeah, a total dipshit. They make his decision-making look stupid and poor. They make him seem easily manipulated emotionally. They
have him throw tantrums when he doesn't get his way.
Yeah, he's just I can't even call him a man-child. He's just a very inconsistent character is what he is. So.
Exactly. That's why I told you. I feel like 500 different people wrote this movie.
They're like, in this next scene of Storm Shadow will be written by this guy. And he was like...
You think it's funny, but each scene, he feels like a different character.
No, I agree. I'm totally agreeing with you. So it's really not good. So they do the fight. They come home disappointed. Time for test number 2, Kevin.
I'm disappointed.
I mean, I was disappointed the minute fucking Snake Eyes started helping the guy leave and stuff. I was like, what? Like, how are they not catching on to you? And why that guy? So you could just like ice him later? Like, I don't know, whatever.
Yeah, I was very like.
It's important to point out that Snake Eyes has killed no one thus far in the movie. And has stated several times he's not a murderer. I need to point that out at this point.
Right.
This is relevant later.
He's on his Batman shit.
Yeah. So it's time for trial number 2. He shows up. It's just the fucking, what's his name? Blind Master or some shit? I don't remember this guy's name. Yeah, so Blind Master is blind. It's in the name, everybody. And he's like, hey, where is everyone else? Like last time
he's like, I
can
see
audience.
Perfectly fine.
He's like,
actually, it's like I got 20/40 in these eyes or something. What is that? Blind Master? No, you don't. I'm just fucking with you. I can't see a thing.
I can't see a thing, but I know that your third button's unbuttoned. He's like, oh shit, you're good, Blind Master.
Like, actually, my zipper's down, but I'll take it. Close enough, Blind Master.
Close enough. Okay. He's like, well, you're gonna zip it? He's like, no, not at all. That's how Snake Eyes rolls.
These are broken.
Sometimes my dick rolls out. Get it? Ah, it's a dice joke. Blind Master's like, okay.
You can see my snake eye. Huh? Blind Master's like, listen, dude, this shit's not hitting. So please stop.
I mean, it is a little, but like, I got shit to do tonight. So can we just wrap this up? Okay.
I mean, I chuckled. It was more of a crowd of courtesy.
So wait, this the second test bullshit, by the way. We're just going to use some magic. Not going to explain any of it. And go.
So, okay, I'll go. He just lets a little blue, like, fairy nymph thing fly around the screen. And I was like, what is this? There's no magic in G.I. Joe. There's ridiculous...
They watched Brave, and they were like, oh, copy that from Brave.
There's ridiculous sci-fi, like, there's some shit that could be portrayed as magical at times if you want to go to, like, the TV show. Like, some of the shit they get away with. But mostly it leans itself more to, like, almost a science fiction type of stuff.
Yeah.
But I was like, what in the fuck?
Yeah, no, I didn't.
I guess some characters can have magic if you start getting into like some of the tribal characters or some of like the ancient, I'll give it to you. Oh, you know what? There was a super sick ass episode. If you want to hit the TV show, where basically there was this gypsy priest lady or whatever. She had these cursed items from these warriors of bygone past kind of thing, and it was like a locket from a World War II, or no, it was like it was basically an old biplane fighter pilot from like, and then there was like a tribal chick, and then but they were ghosts, and so yeah, I guess okay, magic's in there. You got me, movie. Great job. I'm glad you put magic in it. I came around.
I came around. You know what? Fucking these little blue shit that fucking worked for me.
But this sucked.
No, this sucked horribly. It doesn't. Even if Kevin can remember an episode out of the blue that had magic in it, it doesn't fit this movie.
Correct.
And nothing has been pre-established that this would be in this movie up until this point. And then it's just like, okay, it's here. Correct. And then
the Snake Eyes, like, we want more of this later.
Yeah, we're going to need a lot more of this later. And then Snake Eyes is just in the past at the fucking bad set piece where they lit a house on fire, talking to his dead dad. And he's just like, Dad, I got to get revenge for you. I'm so close. And Dad doesn't go,
hold on, son. I'm going to try to act.
I'm going to act. Are you dumb? like, what the? You think I like died so you could run away and like help kill the world? That's what you think? That's what you think I died for? Are you dumb? Are you fucking dumb?
Are you a street
Also,
kid
your
now?
name is Bill, okay? Fucking it's Bill. I know the paperwork was wrong, but we called you Bill all the time. I don't know how more fucking obvious it needed to be, okay? Fucking fake name, stupid ass motherfucker. You know what? Just don't get killed. Peace, Dad out.
Dad out, indeed.
And he's just like, Snake Eyes is like, I couldn't save you. He's like, you were a child, you chump. Like, what the? I'm going to ask you again. Are you stupid? Did I raise a dummy? I fucking raised a dummy. God. Fucking dummies. And then he comes out and Blind Master's just like, huh. It's the longest I've ever seen anyone just like masturbate with their mind, you know? Like, Jesus, Snake Eyes, like, just put it away already.
Snake Eye snaps out of it. Yeah. Blind Master's with his Switch playing.
He's like, oh shit, you're back.
He's like, I gotta do this. Oh, it's starting. And then he goes to put it away, and everybody's like, oh, dude, is he doing the Brendan Fraser thing? Everyone loves Brendan Fraser. Why isn't he in this? Stupid Blind Master made me think about Brendan Fraser.
Blind Master's like, listen, I'm just trying to open some Animal Crossing gifts, you asshole.
Fuck you, man. Protect Brendan Fraser at all costs.
I got my Luigi hat today. They're just like,
So, you know what the Blind Master should have said? He's like, hey, man, we're going to go ahead and switch movies right now. I'm going to put you in the Snake Eyes gear. I'm going to put you in your like commando gear. So I'm going to give you this Uzi and this sword, and I want you to just go fuck shit up.
He has no formal training of any kind in anything.
No, you just look at him, and it's just a different guy now, and it's just everything's just changed. What happened? Well, when you looked at
the movie sucked, we needed a boost.
When you looked at the little blue bullshit thing, that was actually like we switched alternate realities. That's Timber over there. That's a wolf. He rolls with you. Everything's cool now. Everything's cool.
Everything's about to get much better, guys. Okay.
Yeah.
This whole first half was just a psych out.
Yeah, we're sorry. Are you guys still there? Is everyone still there?
Third test, and just go. Just fucking go. Spread your wings and fly.
Yeah.
Yeah. No. Instead, he's just like, huh, how very interesting. And he's like, did I pass? And he's just like, only you can decide.
I was like, oh my God.
Okay. So everyone just says the third test is the most important part anyway, so we'll just fucking get there, I guess. And at some point, they like review the Cobra. Oh, after that, they review the Cobra shit, and they call up Scarlet, and she has like the biggest cell phone ever. I was like, why is your cell phone so big? What is that phone? It's massive. It's massive.
Probably Galaxy Note.
Nah, it seemed bigger than that. I don't know. But yeah, she's on a video call. She takes a time out to beat some people's asses from Cobra.
She basically TikToks. She puts her phone up for a TikTok.
Oh, yeah.
And then beats everyone's ass.
Hard.
Because she has
she's just like, Where's the lapel? Fucking there it is. Fucking Cobra. Man, they spend so much on fucking lapels. It's ridiculous.
Here's the
secret organization by ass.
So here's the cringy part, man. She puts her suitcase up. She pulls out these little like tonfas out of her suitcase handle.
Yeah.
And she beats these guys up. And it's just, you don't have, like, I think they fell because you just see them fall over and her just flailing her arms.
It's really weird.
And then they're wearing Cobra pins. But that's after they discover the fucking
lapels.
It's like, what are you doing, dude? What are you doing? There's no way. You're a terrorist organization that operates in secrecy.
Why would you send 4 guys to take out a Joe in an airport bathroom?
4 shitty guys. Those weren't even name brand guys.
They're like, hey, I got lapel status, okay? Like, other guys got to wear the stupid helmet all the time. Dude, I had a lapel in my face showing.
Those motherfuckers either need to be branded or tattooed or something else. You don't just put a button on there. Like, what is that?
Yeah.
I was dumbfounded. And they do it. When I first saw the guns and they open it up and there's a Cobra logo on the crate, I was like, all right, let's just do that real smooth, real subtle.
Yeah, it was great because if you're not paying attention, you're actually trying to focus on them acting, you kind of miss it. Like
it's no harm, no foul. It gives you a little layer of the world. And you're like, okay, so this is bigger than what I'm seeing now. I copy that.
Then they made a giant digital Cobra logo appear on like 3/4 of the screen.
And I was like, pump the brakes, everyone. It's okay. I was like,
it's just had subtle, and now you're fucking me with it.
They work, and then this angle just comes up now. I'm just gonna get to it because this is what super starts triggering me. The Baroness shows up. And they're just like, yeah, man, she burned down an orphanage. She set babies on fire. And then she took the babies that she lit on fire and set the world. She killed
someone in Parliament. In Parliament. I'm like, Parliament has like 90 fucking dudes. Like
just to get a vote, right? So she's like, oh, she killed some politicians just to make a vote, swing their way. That would help Cobra's organizations. Okay, great. Like, what the fuck?
On the nose, U.S. politics. Thanks a lot.
Like, how do you know this was all done by Cobra? If the Baroness,
if you have this information. Why isn't this public information?
Here's the thing. She doesn't move that obvious. You wouldn't know all this stuff about her. Like, she's not going to sit there. Dude, she's like...
Kevin's on her wiki.
Master of disguise. She infiltrates. She puts things into motion. And then they're just reading off her dossier. Like, yeah, dude, she had a tuna salad for lunch. And then she killed 15 people just to swing a vote in Cobra's way. Can you fucking believe it?
She adopted 2 French pit bulls. And they're beautiful.
But she has them as service animals, so she doesn't have to pay for them. And I was like, wow. What? Huh? I don't know.
Do you think she's going to show up and ruin this movie? I mean, the movie's already ruined, but she's definitely not going to help.
She shows up and starts doing the most out-of-character shit ever.
I was just like, why are you even in this movie? Like, I didn't even understand why Scarlett was in the movie.
Like,
and then Baroness shows up. She's like, "Oh, don't worry, dog. I got you. I'll make you question life."
Here's the thing. Like, I'm okay with the Baroness being in there, but I'm not okay with what she was representing. If you wanted to have her, the branch of Cobra, in there to represent Cobra, fine. But what I want you to do is not give her a soccer mom haircut and make her look like she doesn't look like a threat. Every time you guys,
she was Miss Frazzle, like the substitute teacher, substitute Baroness, Miss Frazzle.
They don't shoot her in anything flattering. You don't have to give her cat suit type thing she wears. I get it. You can't. It's hard to pull that off, but at least make her intimidating when she comes on screen. Like I hated the 2 previous G.I. Joe movies, but I will say I did like the Baroness's kind of visually in this. I think it was the first one or the second one. I don't even remember, because they didn't really give her the traditional black frame glasses, which I was a little opposed to, but they gave her the yellow shooting glasses, and I was like, I'll take that. That's cool.
Yeah, it was like a cool update. It was like, all right, this makes sense.
You took that interpretation of the character, you put your spin on it. Great.
Yeah, the Baroness was like the only one that actually looked okay in those fucking movies, and I'd say that as someone who did not like those fucking movies, you know.
But this Baroness was like bad cosplay. Like she doesn't come onto the screen. I go, fuck, that's Baroness, dude.
And she has no
business is
presence at all.
well, no one has presence in the movie. The fucking guy from Crazy Rich Asians, though, the reason he's fucking Snake Eyes, he he's there's no presence when he's on the screen. Like I'm telling you, the dude that plays Tommy, he's probably the best and the dad. And that's
Yeah.
not saying anything.
That's not saying anything at all because the dad's in this for a fucking cup of coffee, and it's a bad cup of coffee. So
Yeah, and the way they make Tommy act is he has no character fucking direction, but
yeah,
he does stay stoic. I will give him that and delivers his lines. That's all I can really give him.
yeah,
But
yeah. So
I don't know.
after
But
Snake Eyes passes trial and finds out he's back off to the city again. He's got like we just had all this this doubt cast upon him, and we got to go back out to the fucking city. So he goes, and head of security is just like, "Hey, I know I'm supposed to stay here on the compound as head of security, but I'm gonna go follow this guy, and I'm gonna make it pretty fucking obvious." And then he hides in an alleyway, and she drives right past him, and then he's like, "I'll go on foot now." And he goes to some secret base, and he goes down, and he's just like, "I never signed up to help a worldwide secret organization that's
Dustin,
also a terrorist cell."
Dustin, why is he going right to the bad guy base?
How does he
How does
know
how
that
does he
base is
know
there?
where the
Where are they
base is?
communicating? I
How,
don't know.
what
How
in
do you
the
know where the bathhouse was? The bathhouse, fine.
Listen,
I'll give him. They probably
listen, the
predetermined
bathhouse
that
is
before
fine.
he
He's
left.
like, yeah, dude, when you arrive in Japan, meet me in the bathhouse after you make this far in the adventure. And he's like, hey, man, I'm out. I get it. But he was like, yeah, why don't you go to my secret area, meet the Baroness? Dude, do
And
you
she's
not?
just like, "Hey, man, I've heard everything about you. We also love you so fucking much, Snake Eyes. You're the most important special boy ever."
It's now you're fucking with a
What?
special boy, Jimmy Lloyd. So I feel like everyone loves Snake Eyes in the comic and cartoon, and that's all the characters are saying. Hey, do we love you in those things? Is that you? And he's like, no, man, that's another Snake Eyes.
That's a much better Snake Eyes.
And that's
Like,
what it feels like. Like they just know him all from his cool history of being this character, not this dildo on the screen.
yeah.
But it blew my fucking mind. I was like, wait a minute. So what you're really doing here is you're trying to make me think, oh no, Snake Eyes is going to betray Tommy, but we're actually disrespecting Tommy and booking him like an idiot because he
Yeah.
doesn't know to follow Snake Eyes
Yeah.
to his arch rivals fucking headquarters that's in the same city that's an electric motorcycle drive away. What in the actual fuck movie? Now you're insulting the viewer.
Yeah,
'Cause
this whole scene is so horrible, and just like I stopped caring about Snake Eyes' character 100%, and I was just like, "Fuck you, Tommy." There's nothing like this betrayal is so choreographed a mile out that I do not care. I don't care. I don't care what happens to either of you.
if Tommy would have been like, "Hey, I knew you were going to do this. I was really hoping you wouldn't, but unfortunately, you did what I thought you were going to do. You did what my security thought you were going to do. You did what my grandma thought you were going to do, and the last person I trusted, and it hurt me, and it gave me this scar on my fucking eye. You know what I mean?" He's like, "I didn't want it to be this way because I need to fucking believe in something."
Where was the head of security scar that they talked about?
Mm-hmm.
Because she was like, he was like, "Tell me where you got that scar." I was like, "What scar? I don't see any scar on her. Like, what are you talking about?"
I don't know, the scar in her like soul.
I guess, but I couldn't see that. How could Snake Eyes see it? He can't see his fucking hand in front of his face when someone's smashing pie in it.
That was pie?
Yeah, I mean, I wish. Yeah, it's just the movie is offensively like just mistreats the audience. I feel like
it just becomes stupid at this point. 'Cause
Yeah,
they
it
just
does. It does.
they back themselves into this corner of just like, I don't know, man. And I was like, listen, movie, I would let this dumb shit probably fly if you just had some of the sickest action. I'd be like, you know what, man?
Yeah, exactly.
Great action. The story was just incoherent, but I had a lot of times watching them fight. It was great times.
But instead, it's an entire movie where Snake Eyes does nothing but betray people, does nothing special or cool, and then his redemption arc is just he shows back up, and then everyone but Tommy forgives him. And then they're just like, yeah, you can go out and represent the clan.
Well, yeah, he comes back, and then he's like, you know what, man, I've really been putting everybody on an emotional roller coaster. I'm going to go ahead and steal the fucking Eye of Thundera here. It's like, dude, we just told you that.
And then after that,
the clan, that's what we do. You're still in what we do. You're making us look real stupid.
And then so many members of the clan die because of him. They're just like, yeah, here's a cool suit, dude. Rock on.
Yeah, all those trainees, all those first, second class guys, you just murdered them. So okay, I will say this. So he tricks, the alarms go off, and then they go to the Jewel of the Sun, right? I did like this room. I thought it was shot really cool. It was a mirror trick where they had all these lanterns kind of stuff.
No, you're jumping ahead. We're not.
I don't care. I think we should just really get there.
No, you can't, because you're missing the giant fucking snakes, man.
I don't want to talk about them because that was when I walked out of the movie, and it was in my living room.
After that, then we have to cover the third trial. You can't just jump fucking 25 minutes of the fucking movie, man.
All right.
So he goes back. He finds out about the biometrics for the fucking stupid sun thing.
Okay, so let me get to this part, because this is the part I liked. I really like the set piece where this Jewel of the Sun is being housed. I've actually
seen that. He just learns about it.
Yeah, but we can just get to it, because then when we get to the actual part, I don't have to describe why I like it. We just go to it.
All right, fine. But we're still doing the third trial.
Yeah, that's fine. The only way to double check it's like a sliding door or something. You walk through it like the fucking doors in the house, and I was like, okay.
It doesn't make any sense, dude, because this is literally the scene right after the scene I'm trying to talk about.
Okay, just go.
All right. So they're like, third trial, knuckle up, motherfucker. Clear your heart and soul or whatever. Head of security loves you. She doesn't want you to fuck up. Meanwhile, he's tried to break into somewhere, and then he goes and he's in a bathrobe, and she's just like, I know you're on to something, Snake Eyes. Don't let me catch you snooping around again. Now get ready for your snake battle. And he goes down to a pit, and he steps on a snake stone thing, and then out come giant anacondas. I guess magic is real. And he has to clear his heart, otherwise they will fucking eat him. And then he thinks he passes, and then they try to eat him. And the head of security, she comes down, and she saves him. I do not know why, because this is a life or death trial, and so Snake Eyes should just die. But she's just like, no, I've fallen in love with him. I need to save this man. She saves him. She makes the snakes she empties her heart, so the snakes fuck off and go away. And then they're just in front of the grandma, and she's just like, she will be punished. She knows our rules. And I was just like, it seems like the rules kind of only apply whenever it's convenient for the story. And so Snake Eyes is like, my heart is not pure. I have vengeance and hatred in it, and I'm sorry I disappointed you, Tommy, but let's like be blood brothers, and let's make a bond deeper than this whole fucking clan thing that you asked me to join. So let's just cut our hands on the sword, and then I'm going to wipe the blood, take your blood, and try to give you back the sword. And you're going to say, no, just keep it. I mean, it's like super important to our clan, but like, and you're getting kicked out, but just take it. It's cool. I mean, you know, I love you like a lot for no reason, but you know, whatever. You're Snake Eyes. I'm Storm Shadow. And then he goes and sets off some fucking alarms, breaks in, uses the biometrics, and take it away, Kevin.
Well, no, dude, I wanted to get to the first part where he does this, because that's how he knows it takes his blood to operate it. Because he watches.
It's all within the same scene, though.
No, because he didn't know about the blood, because Tommy gets to it first, and then he's like, "Oh, I got the blood."
No, you're forgetting, dude. It's the same scene, because Tommy goes and checks on it, and then once they clear out, then he sneaks in right after.
I don't think so, because he wouldn't have the blood then.
No, that's why I'm saying he did the blood on the handkerchief.
He didn't know. Yeah, but he didn't know about that, and that's why he had to go get it.
It just needed biometrics. That's all he told them before. Yeah, he watches them all go in. There's one door that slides open, You pop an eye on a dragon, put your thumb on the scanner,
Okay, whatever.
and then it opens. No, I'm telling you, man. He watches them do
I
it,
believe
and
you.
then
I
he
believe you.
goes
It
and he
doesn't
does
matter.
it.
It doesn't matter. So it doesn't make sense because the way that thing would read it, it's not going to read old dried up blood.
Yeah.
Like there's absolutely like I mean there's just fucking I can't believe anything. Like this doesn't make sense.
He's like, you believe those 3 giant fucking snakes, though, right, man?
No, the snakes were equally as stupid. That's why I was like,
live
is this
forever.
magic? Is this magic? Those snakes were like Godzilla size. That's
You
stupid.
know, anacondas are native to Japan.
It was just fucking
What?
dumb. When I saw the snakes, I was literally out. I'm so fucking out.
No,
Like,
when you went down to the pit, I was like, there better not be a giant snake down here. And then I saw one moving, and they were like, aha, 3. And I was like, oh yes, movie, you just made me hate you 3 times as much.
there's so much bullshit that just starts hitting left, right, left, right. Like,
yeah.
as a moviegoer, you're just like, Christ on a cross. What the fuck is this? I can't take it. I tap movie. I give up. You win. Whatever you want to do, just go for it. Because you are so off the fucking rails right now.
They're like, how about we make all the ninjas disappear conveniently every time?
It's the stupidest snakes. They look like shit.
Well,
and I'm like, why? Like, put him under a waterfall doing a fucking meditating. It's like, don't break your soul, what's inside you, your fucking everything about you can't break under. Do that. I'd be like, yeah, man, I believe some ninjas would do some shit like that. Like ninjas, newsflash, man, they're cool, but they're not honorable. There isn't all these honorable things. They were assassins. They were the lowest of the low. They were meant to kill motherfuckers. And they were hired, like,
and
guns
dishonorably. So that's why I thought it was so dumb. She's just like, I win without honor. I was like, you're
Yeah.
a fucking ninja. You're supposed to slit throats in the dark. What the fuck you talking about?
Yeah, dude. Like, I wanted to see him. Like, oh, is he sleeping?
I didn't understand why they were all good guys too. I was just like, aren't they bad? They're ninjas.
Like, it was
Why are
real.
they protecting the fucking planet? The fuck?
I like American Ninja better. At least I knew what I was getting. Like, those dudes were cool. Like, nothing cool happens. Like, I get it. Ninjas are just pop culture now, and they're mega cool. And you don't really have to worry about their traditional sense of what they were used for, their origins and stuff like that. We're just light years beyond that.
Yeah.
So, but none of these ninjas do anything ninja or do anything cool. That's it. Absolutely, that's it.
Well, that's because we're not really seeing the other ninjas. We're just seeing, lame eyes. So.
We're not seeing anything, in all honesty.
And why did there like something to get into the room to then go to the dragon? Like, they really needed a 2-factor on that fucking shit, man. Because it's like,
Dustin,
old blood and it opens up.
Do you work there? Because here's what this crystal, you just have to hold it and it will literally nuke what's ever in front of you. Like, burn them to nothing. You just have to hold it. You don't have to put it in an apparatus. You don't have to say a spell. You just look at a motherfucker, have it in your hand, and they
doesn't
burst
use your
into
energy
flames.
at all. It's a fucking
It's the most OP. Like, this thing could fuck Thanos in the ass in seconds, and you'd be like, "What's up, dude? I guess I'm God now." That's like,
just like, ow.
This is a God weapon. This is literally.
No, it totally is.
If God had
they don't
a gun
even use
and shot people in the face, you're God now. That's what this thing is.
Yeah, and they don't even use like Google Authenticator to like type in a code to get to it. Nah, just like 4 people's thumbprint and maybe some blood.
The thing is, no one should have access to this thing. Like,
yeah, it should be in something more than just like a floating box room too.
Tommy's next up. I'm like, sorry, dude, you don't get access. Only the grandma.
Also, Kevin, if a bomb goes off in your compound, why do you don't run and clutch your jewels? That's not what you do. You don't go, hey, here's where it is, guys. Here's how you get to it. Like, what? Close that fucking door before you check on it. Instead, they were just like, out in the open. There you go. Okay, it's still here. We're good. Let's go check on those fires. What the fuck logic was this? It was stupid as hell. So anyway, so Snake Eyes gets it, okay? Head of security, she doubles back because she's just like, nah, we probably shouldn't have come here to check on it. They square off. He punches her, and then she gets winded for like 25 minutes, which is long enough for him to run away.
No, dude, the head of
Steal another
security,
motorcycle.
you just got to punch this dumbass in the face, and she's done.
Yeah,
And I was like, you are the worst head of. Is the reason you're head of security is just punch me in the head? Is that where that comes from?
And they bring up the scar thing again. I was just like, can I just not see the scar on TV? Do you have to be on the big screen for that? I don't understand. Paramount Plus, you tell me. Like, where is this scar she keeps bringing up? She's like, I'm about to show you what happened to the last motherfucker that betrayed me.
And then she gets punched and falls over. Dude, I would rather have Clark Griswold of my fucking head of security than this fucking chick. And he's an idiot. That's hilarious. This chick is the fucking worst.
She's really bad. Like when they're like, we're gonna dish out punishment for, I was like, for the snake thing or for being really bad at her job? And how many strikes does she get? Like 1 and she's done? I don't know.
Well, why did she not say, hey, Snake Eyes betrayed us? I followed him to the city and he was talking to Kenta, and I've just made that up, but I think he would do that. And then I caught him sneaking around the fucking Jewel of the Sun. Because remember that Jewel of the Sun one-shots everything. So we should probably, we should
probably not let him on the compound.
We should probably put like a padlock on the front door. I don't know.
Padlock on the front door, take away his bike privileges.
I'm just like guessing.
Anything that's security, you know?
Maybe like a key.
Maybe we should not tell him where it is. By the way,
maybe we should
put more ninjas that do nothing.
Maybe we should put it with the snakes, and the snakes will eat everybody.
Yeah, seriously, like just put it in the snake pit.
And we have snakes, they're huge and
they're giant. They're ancient,
like dinosaurs.
I don't know why this is the third test. Like the snake doesn't eat you; you're in the clan. That seems like.
So you're telling me all these ninjas just never got ate?
Yeah. I'm like, that's a lot. They're emptying their hearts. How can the snake hear the heart? Is it just a breathing thing?
Congratulations,
and you're Evan
Zipropoulos. You wrote a fucking garbage shit story. Don't at me. And then you could take Joe and Anna with you because apparently they helped. They fucked you, bro. Or you fucked them. I don't know.
I think they all were fucking just big old fuck fest. So Snake Eyes goes. He meets very out in the open next to the water line. He meets the Baroness and Kenta. And he's just like, are you gonna like start a fight with them? And he's just like, because it's not my fight. And he throws him the jewel and he's just like, all right, give me my revenge now, guys. And the Baroness is like, give me this shit. And then he's just like, no, you'll get it after I destroy the clan. And I was like, what? Baroness, like, you let this motherfucker talk to you like this?
You know what I thought she was going to do? I thought she was just going to cap him behind the knees.
Yeah.
Just like pop, pop. And then the gym falls and she picks it up. She's like, no one fucking crosses Cobra. No one. And I'd been like, that's dope. But she was just like, I guess I'll be a good guy now and kick it with you guys. And I was like, what in the actual fuck is happening, movie? You have literally...
why did she even go to the raid? Dude. Of the compound? But first we got to get to his shitty revenge. It's important to point out that Snake Eyes still has not killed anyone in this movie, okay? And now he's facing the man that killed his father.
Oh, and my papa.
Spoiler and surprise, everyone. The guy works for Cobra. It's almost like Cobra used Snake Eyes knowing that they had what he wanted and dangled it in front of him. And only Snake Eyes was too dumb to figure this out.
Because he's an idiot. The second the Baroness said, hey, we've heard all about you. They know all about you.
Yeah.
They know everything. They deal in information and terrorism.
So then he goes to this motherfucker. He's like, roll for your life. And the guy picks the dice up and rolls just like the dad did.
He's like, bro, these are loaded.
He's like, these are fucking loaded. Like, I mean, did you fuck them up or something? No, they're still loaded. They're still loaded.
Oh, these Snake
Eyes. And then he's just like, let's get this over with. You must be pretty important. Somebody special for fucking the Baroness to show. This guy puts the Baroness over.
He does.
So hard. Where I was like, damn, yeah, that's the Baroness I wish I was seeing in this movie. But that is not the Baroness that's on display at all.
He is the only person in the whole movie that puts a sense of, like, just power and
Yeah.
terror into the bad guys of just like, oh, dude, you must be high on the hog, or the bear just brought you a silver platter,
Yeah,
dude.
because it also gives Kent a good billing too, because he's working with the Baroness, and you're just like, oh, okay, all right, okay, I see what's going on here. And then it's important to note Snake Eyes has killed no one in this movie, and he's facing the man that killed his father, his entire reason for being, and he cuts his chain and lets a known terrorist go free.
I disagree, Dustin. He's killed me for about 2 hours in this movie. Like, I'm dying in the inside.
Who, Snake Eyes or the terrorist?
Snake Eyes.
Why did he let the guy go free though? Like, okay, you don't have to kill him, but like,
Give him to the cops.
leave
Hey,
him there.
this is a known
like,
killer.
what the fuck? It's not like he told you he works for Cobra. He was just recently outed, so he was very active in murder.
So Dustin,
and shit.
to
And
make
you just free him?
to put some depth into Snake Eyes' character, he should kill him. And then that's just something that he lives with. He's like, you know what? One time I was obsessed with vengeance. I went too far and I killed when I shouldn't have. That
Instead,
wasn't.
he's just like, I have a massive conscience.
Yeah, that was
gonna go
revenge.
back.
That wasn't justice. And I made the wrong mistake, and that's gonna haunt me.
Yeah,
And I'm never gonna speak about it again. That's how he becomes a mute.
exactly. Yeah, that would make more sense. So he just lets this man go and drives back to the compound. Meanwhile, Tommy and head of security have decided to go after Snake Eyes and bring his head and the jewel back. They're off to a great start because they have the best intel in the world. Oh wait, no, they don't. They don't even know where they're going.
Well, here's
They
the
just
dumb
hope that
part.
they cross them on the road, which they do.
So here's the dumb part. They don't track their own motorcycles or anything. They don't do anything. They didn't like GPS this guy. They just let him into their compound and let him run roughshod over everything.
Didn't put any tracker device on the sword they gave him.
Nothing. Like, if you would have said there was something hidden in the hill, and I'd been like, they got you, Snake Eyes. Tommy's 5 steps ahead of everybody. Tommy's my boy. And Tommy's like, pretty much. They wrote me as a dickhead, Kevin. I'm like, God, they wrote you as a dumbass dickhead.
Like a rich dickhead too,
Just a dumb dickhead. Like, you do nothing but just prove how dumb you are every time.
I have so many wardrobe changes in this movie, and I do nothing.
So this is the part of the movie where I'm like, we could have really just wrapped this up.
Yeah.
And then they're just like, how about 20 minutes and nothing? And I was like, what happened to Scarlet?
Motorcycles. Yeah, I was like, she's like, I'm on my way. And I was like, how many weeks ago was that, Scarlet?
She went to the Tokyo Tower. She was like, dude.
Yeah, she's like, I had Disneyland tickets.
She's like, Cherry Blossom Festival's popping right now. I'm about to go do that.
I gotta hit my favorite ramen place. There's a wait,
I doubt it. She's like, I try to get this fucking One Punch Man vinyl. He's sold out everywhere.
Like, I'm trying to buy some underwear from a vending machine. They're all used. I know it's by men, but I fucking need clean drawers, and I can't find it.
Wasn't very good.
It wasn't. Yeah, so they just run into each other on the highway, and there's this random fourth motorcycle, and I don't even know who that person was supposed to be, but Snake Eyes just kills him.
This guy was like, bro, I was just literally riding a motorcycle.
Yeah. And so we just went from seeing Snake Eyes for 80% of this movie kill no one to now he's just like, I'll fucking murk you in the streets, motherfuckers. And I was like, that would make way more sense if he had just killed the man who killed his father. But he didn't do that.
Like, if he was on a kill,
anyone on a motorcycle is fucking fair game for Snake Eyes.
If he was on a kill high, I'd been like, man, he just wants vengeance, and anybody associated with bad guys, they're getting fucking done up. And Snake Eyes is out there doing Snake Eyes shit finally.
Yeah.
But we really just have to go through this scene very quickly because I hated it with all my heart. I feel like we're just in this never-ending tunnel of just CG, and they're fighting on top of a tow truck or one of those
car transport.
Car transport, which could be a cool set piece, but they do absolutely nothing with it.
Not. Transporter already tried to do it, and it was boring then too.
So there's just random action, cars drifting, shooting, explosions, cars flipping. And then Tommy shows up. They fight again. He's like, "Hey, bro, one love. Let's get back." And
He's
he's
like, I
like,
know you've betrayed me horribly, but let's just put aside our differences for like 25 minutes.
"Let's all double
And I
back
was
to
like,
the
what?
compound
Tommy,
because
you are an idiot.
he's a mega idiot." So they all finally head back to the compound.
Compound's being stormed
The
by
compound's
Kenta.
being stormed by Kenta. Kenta's just
He's
nuking
got the one
everything.
shot. Yeah, he's got the one shot kill. There's like the half the clan's dead.
It's literally
already.
like the Hammer
The
of
clan
Dawn,
he wants to
Gears
take
of
over.
War.
Yeah.
Yeah, he wants to. He's just nuking everything. Like Blind Master, Hard Master, everyone's just getting into fights. Everyone finally gets there. They all reconvene. All the good guys do like the slow walk, I think. And
No, no. Well, okay, so I'm gonna hit some other points too on this, okay? So he gets all the way to the grandmother, and he's just like, yo, I'm taking over this shit. Remember, I told you this day would happen when you banished me. Well, now it's fucking happened. And then Tommy shows up with Snake Eyes and head of security, and they kill like one guy, and he gets a report back from this other dude. He's like, Tommy's here. And so he's just like, yeah, I could kill the head of the clan
oh
and
yeah,
just
that
be
was
done
real,
with this.
real stupid.
But I'm
It's
going
like,
to go by myself. I'm going to pull a Tommy, go by myself to kill Tommy. Everyone else stay here.
I
I'll
mean,
be
like his revenge. Like if he would have just been like, you know what, I can't be interrupted. Just nukes the grandma. And he's like, now
Yeah.
I'm free. You know what I mean? Now I'm free to
Exactly.
go.
And
then
instead, the Baroness is like, "Hey, you're good. You got the clan. Give me the shit, and I'll be out of here."
oh,
And he's
because
like,
Scarlet has been captured too,
No.
by the way.
"Yeah." Scarlet showed up and killed like 2 guys, and then got captured.
And then someone pulled a gun on her. She was like, "Fuck, really?" Like,
She's like, "All I brought was my crossbow."
I know they give her like
Like
2
the
seconds
show.
of crossbow, and you're like, "Oh, okay."
I was like,
no,
"Oh,
oh, they're
does she have another weapon though?" And they're like, "Nah, she didn't. She didn't bring any other ones. She just brought the costume. That was it. You know." Yeah, and so
How'd
Baroness.
she get that through customs?
I don't. I mean, Special Joe privileges, I guess. I don't know. She was playing commercial.
So, and then we have a potential girl power scene where like Grandma and Scarlet and the Baroness could go off and just work these dudes over.
Yeah.
But we
in
just cut.
front of everyone, Scarlett's just like, temporary alliance, and the Baroness is like, I guess we'll temporary align and murder everyone in this room together.
Dude,
and
they
then
shoulda-
just walk
they
over to the
shoulda
grandma.
all-
And,
They all do a pose down.
yeah, the grandma just pulls out a fan, is just like, oh my, the vapors, and then they
what?
just kill the room.
She's
And everyone just watched them walk over. I would have been like, hey, why are you moving? Don't
Well,
move.
no,
Okay,
no.
I'm shooting now.
No, dude, they're not in restraints of any kind.
No.
And I was like, you know,
but like no one's even stopping them from moving and talking.
well, because they're not in restraints. They figure it's just okay.
It's fine.
And I was like, dude, she's high in special ops Joe. And so she's an anti-terrorist. She's a terrorist. And
Yeah.
she's the leader of a ninja clan. What are you dumbasses doing? And they all stand back to back. And all of a sudden it's a situation comedy intro. And I was like, oh my God, it's 3 bad bitches got to kill the whole room. All they did.
And then they do the same thing with Tommy and Hard Master and Blind Master. They have them stand all 3 together and then go to fighting.
And then for an action movie based off ninjas, they have no time for action.
No.
They try to get through this so quickly.
Yeah.
Which I low key was thanking them at this time. I was like,
no, I was too. I was like, yeah, that's fine. Thanks, guys. Just get me through. You've already shown you're incapable of filming these type of scenes, so
yeah,
thank you for just like not lingering anymore.
May I have more shaky cam action, please?
Yeah.
Oh no.
And then there's like some scenes where like Baroness is just ducking under and carefully reloading fucking Scarlet's gun. Like, here you go. You good? All right, let's keep shooting. And I was like, what is this? Is this supposed to be cool? Why are they working together? Why is her hair so frazzled? Why does it look like she had a bad
Dustin,
blowout? Like, what the fuck?
the Baroness would take the very first opportunity to leave.
To fail. Yeah.
She wouldn't sit there and fight side by side with these guys. She would fucking play her part when no one was looking. She would dip. And then they finally had her do that 30 minutes later, and I was like, what?
But no, here's the thing, Kevin. Because let's go back to fucking fifth on the editing list, the editor X, because okay, so yeah, they all show up behind Grandma and they're doing the slow walk towards fucking I don't even remember Kenta, and then Grandma smoke bombs, and then the Baroness is like, "Fuck this, I'm out of here." And then 2 seconds later, when they're making their fucking fireworks plan, she shows back up right next to the fucking Scarlet. And then she's just magically gone after that. And I was like, what the fuck?
The editor was like,
you just showed me she's dipping out, and then there she is again helping with the cart. Like, is that a different Baroness? Because she looks awfully like the other one with the shitty hair.
The editor was like, fuck you.
You fucking saw that? Oh. Well, that's why I'm number 5, okay?
Fuck
motherfucker. So
you watched
like, well, you watched that shit, not me. I mean, fuck. Yeah, so they beat him, kinda.
No, dude, this is the dumb part. Like, he's fucking nuking everything. They put a bunch of they're just casually loading up dynamite into this cart. They push the cart at him like a video game.
No, they take the dynamite out of a crate and put it in another crate.
Well, I mean,
I was like, just take the crate, assholes. Like, what the fuck, man?
Dude, it's and then because he would have saw a dynamite crate and be like, no.
They
I ain't falling for that.
Fucking giant cart at him, Kevin. I don't think it mattered what it was in before it got.
He shoots the cart and it blows up and he drops the thing. I was like, bro, you should put that on a chain or something, or like get a glove.
Shouldn't it be melted to your hand by now?
And then Tommy gets it, and he's like, "Nah, man, I'm about to cook this motherfucker." And Grandma's like, "Nah, dude, why? You know better than that." And he's like, "Dude, I'm trying to protect my people."
Snake eyes, you know we can't use it. I gotta kick you out.
And he was like, "I'm getting kicked out," and I was like, "Yeah, Tommy,
not yet.
No, we're there now. I don't even care."
No. You forgot. We have the whole scene where Snake Eyes runs down Kenta in the woods and shit, man.
I don't want to do that.
You have to do that. It's a pretty fucking pinnacle piece of the movie of why it sucks so bad.
It's absolutely not pinnacle.
It is because we end up back in the snake pit. Okay, Kenta apparently, fucking second in line for the fucking throne, doesn't know about the snake pit. And then Snake Eyes gets stabbed by him so he can fucking put a chain around his leg because Snake Eyes only knows how to get hurt to win a fucking fight. Pulls him down into the snake.
I had flashbacks of the first fight. I was like, oh man, chains and pipes, way to book in this shit. Way to just bookcase it. Started off with a terrible fight with the chain. End it with the congratulations, everyone that worked on this movie. You suck.
And pulls him into the snake
Even
pit.
Craft Services. He's like, come on.
He's like, oh, come on. I mean, shit, man. I'm just trying to work a little bit, you know?
Yeah, we deserve it. You got me.
You got me. I brought my beat game that day and every day.
I just hit up Costco before we started filming. I said, fuck it. Kirkland shit for everyone.
So fucking dipshit cuts one of the snake's heads off. Another one eats him, just eats his sword hole and everything. And Snake Eyes empties his heart. And he does okay. And the snakes go away. And he's just out of the pit. And they're in front of Grandma. And Grandma's like, hey, Tommy.
You're out of the club.
You're not going to lead the clan. And they basically allude that head of security, who's horrible at her job, will be the next to lead the clan.
Makes no sense, dude. She's not even blood.
She's not even blood. The thing that Tommy was fighting for was breaking tradition and bring outsiders in, and now you're doing it. And then you're saying he's going to serve the clan, and he's just like, serve.
Well, the thing was, he was banished because he used the fucking jewel, and that was the rules. Hey, you're supposed to protect it, not use it. He was like, dude, I'm trying to save.
He's just told he has to serve the clan. He can't lead the clan.
Yeah, because he used the jewel. Yeah. And that was the thing. And he was like, I was trying to save my fucking people, which I totally agreed with him. I was like, yeah, dude, you guys were getting fucking worked.
Yeah.
And he was like, he was getting his revenge. He was going to stop Kenta. He was going to save the clan. And then he's probably like, because Tommy had no like delusions of grandeur where he was like, I'm going to kill Grandma. I'm going to run the clan. I'm going to take over the world. That was Kenta's gimmick. Yeah. So he relieved the whole story of the opposition. And then you fucking kick him in the dick on the way out. I was like, fuck everyone in this movie.
Yeah. And then even then, due to the inconsistency of his character, it feels out of character
for him to throw a tantrum.
For him to throw this giant tantrum and say, fuck my clan, I'm out. And to go to the dark side, like instantly.
Yeah, because he constantly, the
why
one
wouldn't
consistent.
he just make his own rival clan of the warriors that he deemed, from the outworld or outside their world, i.e. the rest of the world? Why wouldn't he just make that clan come and be like, now we're guarding the shit?
Well, I would say
I'm back, I'm taking it. You guys are no longer, you're obsolete.
No. In defense, I would say he wouldn't do that because that just cost him his clan. Because if he wouldn't have brought Snake Eyes into the fold, none of this really would have happened. So I would see him.
I mean, I guess, but still, it's just like if all he cares about is the clan and protecting it, and I just feel like he would just still make his own fucking clan.
I think he. I mean,
maybe not of outsiders, but.
Well, he probably wouldn't make it out like so. He feels betrayed now by his clan. So that was the only thing where I was like, well, I finally see one character with motivation that makes sense instead of a guy that had motivation that he doesn't really grow from it. He just gets to the point. Snake Eyes' motivation is just fucking dumb.
Snake Eyes is just there to betray everyone and be the good guy at the end somehow.
Because if Snake Eyes wouldn't have done all those things, Snake Eyes doesn't kill one man, and he doesn't kill pretty much the trigger. He's the catalyst, right? That's the catalyst for Snake Eyes' journey. But Snake Eyes' actions get so many people killed and betrayed. Like, how many people died on that highway? How many people died from this fucking one-shot crystal?
Yeah,
I mean, Tommy literally just lost his whole heritage now.
Yep. And then all he says was, "We were blood brothers. I see you in the streets. I fucking kill you, motherfucker."
I laughed at that part. I was like, "Yep."
Yeah. I was like, "Okay."
Don't
and then Snake Eyes is like, "I gotta go find him." It was like, Snake Eyes,
he's gonna fuck you up.
Were you not in the same room? Did you have the earbuds in again, buddy? Like, what the fuck? Do you think that's where they're going with your character? Is I gotta go find Tommy? This seems like the last thing you should do, motherfucker. Yeah. It's just, and then the movie's just like, nah, we gotta keep going. We gotta hey, surprise, your dad was a Joe. No, really? Oh, no shit. That was a surprise? Oh, didn't see that coming at all.
So that was the reason why you never hear Snake Eyes' name. He's like, that was the only one thing where I was like, oh, they remembered this was G.I. Joe.
Yeah, that part was great, just not for the ending where I stopped caring about your fucking movie.
Oh no, because the movie, like I said, dude, the movie's off the rails and into the shitter. By then, you're just like, I don't give a fuck. And they have the G.I. Joe star on one of his, and I was like, Scarlett, you brought a Black Ops file in your fucking carry-on? Like, you're not supposed to just. What are you doing?
And she's all doughy-eyed towards Snake Eyes. You're a Joe. We need good Joes. I was like, this guy just betrayed a lot of people and caused a lot of death. I don't know why you're trying to recruit him. Just like I didn't know why Tommy recruited him. Just like I didn't know why Kenta recruited him. Just like I don't know why Cobra tried to recruit him. Well, what the fuck does anyone like about this guy?
Kenta recruited him because he knew he was a piece of shit that would do whatever for a fucking snack. But everybody, so he held the carrot in front of him.
That's the only guy you could get. Seems like you could have gotten someone better.
But I was
actually done it.
I'd be like, hey, the Snake Eyes, you got the code name, which is great. I mean, you got the gear. Now that's pretty sick. But I don't know if we could trust you with literally anything.
I wouldn't trust you to make a cup of coffee that was instant made. You just add water.
I wouldn't tell you what time it was. I can't even fucking trust you. You gotta get that wrong and sell me out. Oh, it's not 5 after 10. You fucking.
Yeah. So she's just like, hey, so you want to join the Joes or what? I was like, there's no 3 trials he has to do or anything.
No, you just gotta fill out an application.
Just an application to a super secret military organization. Oh, okay. Well, I got some other shit to do. And the head security's just like, we made you a badass suit and we're totally going to let you use our fucking logo, even though you're not in the clan because you already failed the test and betrayed us. Yeah, we don't count that second do-over with the snakes. We don't count that.
It might be a little loosey-goosey at the bottom. We didn't get your measurements because you're not in the clan. This was going to be Tommy's.
You're gonna look real top heavy too.
I mean, he left, and I don't know if he's coming back.
And then he comes out. Sick ass helmet,
dude. He comes out And the goddamn director's like, let me shoot him so he looks short. And I was like,
Yeah.
what are you doing?
That he looks short and he has really dumb shoulder pads on, and the visor is up. And then
Just
he
so they could
pops
do
it down.
It was cool when he did
And
it.
I was,
I'm not gonna
no,
lie, that fucking
no,
helmet
I didn't
was-
need that, because when you see him with the visor up, you're like, that's stupid. And then he puts it down, you're like, not much better now.
Nah, it's a
He should have come out with the visor down.
Duh. But it was 1,000 times better when he dropped it.
Not really, because it shouldn't drop. It should just always be there. It shouldn't
Justin, I didn't
pop up and
design the
down.
motherfucker. You don't want me writing this movie because it'd be too sick. You'd go blind watching this. You'd be like, oh, fucking sickest thing ever.
Yeah, well, and then he gets on a motorcycle and he leaves. And they're just like, cue the most racist fucking fonts for any credits ever. I was like, wow, you found all of them. You went to fucking 1001fonts.com and just typed in Asian and then downloaded all 5 that came up first. And then weirdly slapped in between all of the different fonts, causing seizures to anyone that watched this. And I was just like, those are the most racist looking fonts I've ever fucking seen. I don't know why you went with that. And then the editor was like, boom, number 5, motherfucker. I picked the fonts, by the way. And then we get to our after credits. Or not even like after, it's like quarter credit scene. I don't know, because there was a lot more of the fancy racist titles right after that. And then the normal credits. But the fucking after credit scene, Kevin, you want to cover it?
It's just basically Tommy sitting in a private jet. I wanted to see what he was drinking, and I think it's a high-end Japanese whiskey that's like $2,000 a bottle. I was watching this thing where you could travel first class, and it's part of their like package, and they give you like a little bit. They give you some of it, but it's like super expensive. And I was like, bro, is he drinking that? Oh,
Maybe.
wow. Oh, wow, look at that attention to detail. But he's sitting there and he's like, put your trays up, bitch, we about to take off. And he's like, yo, what the fuck? And then
it's a private jet. And who is it, Kevin? Who is his personal stewardess?
It's the Baroness.
Yeah. Somehow he boarded a jet. She's the flight attendant. And he didn't know until like they were in the air and she's sitting down to drink with him. And I was like, wait, what?
So there's two. This is what I would have done. I mean, this movie is already a shitcapade, but you have nothing to lose. So I would have had him sit down, take a drink, and then you just hear almost like spurs just clanging, walking, and then you pull over. He's got a big black, all this high tech gear on, and this dude's even better. It's almost like a pimp robe or something. And he just slouches down in his fucking seat right across from him. And you see all, like, you don't even get to see who it is. Like, Tommy, like, looks over. And he's like, what are you doing here? And he's like, if you're going to get revenge, Tommy, you're going to need an army. And if you're going to need an army, you're going to need some guns. And he's like, what are you talking about? And it's fucking Destro. And he's like, I'm ready to sell you the guns, Tommy. I know you're rich. I'm an arms dealer. My little friend told me about you. But then you could put the Baroness in there. But then you put her in her proper garb. And he's like, my name's not Tommy. It's Storm Shadow. Check the resume. And they're just like, okay.
Resume's weak and soft and full of bad decisions.
Like, he's like, I got some friends you might want to meet. Or you do like the twins. You do Tomas and Zaymot. And he's like, dude, we run the fucking corporate levels and stuff. You know, anything, because they got their own Crimson Guard and shit. There's so many people. I would have cameoed someone just for fun. Like you do like a Deathstroke type of thing in the end of the other movie. And just put like Destro in there because he's going to do like, dude, I can sell you.
I thought Kenta was going to turn into Destro. Like they were just going to fucking be like, fucking YOLO, he's Destro. Because, I mean, he had the bald head and everything. I was like, well, this wouldn't be good, but
yeah, but like
something.
No, it would actually be like tremendously terrible because like there is actually
what they did.
There's actually a really cool Destro origin. And
well, yeah, but this movie's not gonna do that, you know.
I don't think this
So
movie's going to do much of anything else. So
exactly. So I'm just saying, you say terrible, I say, well, yeah, but this is already bad. So like,
but then, like, don't make it even worse by just adding bullshit
I
mythos in
mean,
there.
it's bad already, Kevin. It's
But
just,
yeah, I know,
like,
but like
oh, the shit pile's
worse.
bigger.
But then you
Is it
got
gonna make it
characters.
smell less?
No, it will, because I'd be like, damn, dude, you couldn't even get the characters right.
I'm just saying, man. But
They
yeah, no, it's just fairness. And then they weak bill her again because she's just like getting checked hard by fucking Tommy. And I was like, man,
Yeah,
Baroness,
but she no sells the
not cool
knife.
at all. Yeah, but who
But
cares
it
at that
just
point? I already know that she's just kind of like, because again, she's just like, oh, I got like a deal for you. And it's like, what? Like, she should have just shown up with a gun and be like, I got a fucking deal for you, motherfucker. And he's just like, you can't fire that in here. She's just like, only one of us needs a parachute if I pull
but
the
I
trigger.
that's the thing. It shouldn't have been the Baroness again because they already made
No, I
her
agree.
weak. They already made her weak in the movie, so it had to be someone the next level or an in between man. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
There's really not too many other characters it could have been that would have that like. It had to be Destro, but Destro really doesn't. He's not Cobra related. Like he works for Cobra because they buy guns. He supplies them weapons, right? So he wouldn't even be a real good representative. I think it'd just be visually interesting to see Destro.
Yeah.
Like you couldn't have Cobra Commander himself unless you do him really like another version of him. Like, hey, I'm just getting into this a little bit, and
Or
I'm
just
working
have
with
like a
Destro.
cyborg and his face like projects on it or some shit.
That's way extra. Like that's the only thing I
Hey
can
man,
really think
one
of
day
is
go home.
the twins. Like, but like I said,
Yeah, this one would have been cool.
Destro is the most visually interesting one, but they'd probably make him look like a shithead because I don't think they would know what to do with the chrome head and the mouth. They'd be like, does he speak from the mouth? Is it just a helmet? I don't know.
I mean, if you would have gotten like a recognizable actor and then had them play, do Van Damme and play both twins, that's it. Everyone would have just popped and be like, "Oh shit, that's cool."
Because they would be the ones that would wear the Cobra lapel, or
Yeah,
they not some random assholes. Only
yeah,
they would
exactly.
do that, and they're fucking like they're bougie ass, rich, snobby, fucking like one percenters that that run Cobra's funding and shit, hedge funds and all that shit. But whatever, this movie
We're doing a
sucks.
lot of fracking in North Carolina. Pays the fucking Cobra bills.
It just sucks, man, because this movie misses the mark on everything possible from fun characters that you kind of grew up with, even their interpretation of these characters. Granted, it doesn't have to be exactly from the comic or exactly from the cartoon or whatever, but even their version of these characters are fucking awful. The action's awful. There's no, like I said, there's a couple of set pieces that I was visually entertained by, but by no fucking stretch of the imagination can it help this movie at all. It feels
Yeah.
like 20 different assholes wrote it. They couldn't decide on anything coherent, and it just nothing comes together. It is the most biggest piece of shit that I've seen in a long time.
Yeah.
On a weird level, right? It's like I mean, we've seen some shitty movies on this, but
Yeah, but
this just has its own unique shit to it, you know?
yeah. I mean, and it's like I know it's weird that I'm just picking on the credits, but I'm just like, wow. Like, do you even know what year you're making this fucking movie? You cannot just pick Asian looking credits and just be like, good enough. It was just like, whoa, this is just shows how out of fucking touch you are with the rest of the fucking world right now, you douchebags. But I go back to it again saying, if you remove the G.I. Joe elements from this movie, it is a god awful movie. But adding them in somehow makes it worse because you're just like, what? How'd you fuck this up? Like, you have so much source material to pull from.
Yeah.
They've done all the work for you. And then other companies have already shown if you go in and cherry pick from that source material, you're golden. You're gold. You don't have to do the exact Marvel formula or even the DC type formulas. You just have to you just have to cherry pick and then competently put together a movie. And this couldn't do either of those things. So
It feels like they just didn't know what to do, but they felt like they had to do something.
yeah.
And in that it feels just very rushed and clumsy. Just I don't know. It just doesn't. There's no message. There's no reason for this
No.
to exist. There's
They're just
no.
kind of like, do people want to see G.I. Joe movies still? It's like, not after the first two, no.
They're like, all right, so let's do one of the most popular characters in the whole franchise, and let's put it on his shoulders. Like, you have to nail this. You have
Yeah,
to.
and they
And
didn't
what
at
sucks is
all.
they want this to be kind of a launching pad, and this movie's bombing. Like, it's
Yeah,
bombed.
it reminds me of Chung Lee Legends or whatever the fuck
Yeah,
that
oh,
was.
big time vibes. Big time Chun Li's legend continues.
Yeah, yeah, it's the exact same, and really it's the exact same formula.
Same quality,
Character
same.
want yeah, oh for sure, yeah. Character wants revenge, doesn't take the revenge, fucking betrays some people
Should have
at the
took the
end.
revenge.
Let's yeah, should have taken the revenge at the end. Let's allude to cooler and better stuff that we did not want to show you in this movie for some reason.
No one's gonna like it.
Yeah, no one's gonna like it, and now it doesn't matter that this was a tent pole for the future because the tent collapsed, and
And you know what
not
really
even tent pole
sucks
Tommy could show up and save it.
is thanks callback, good callback. This was supposed to, like you said, be the launching of a little bit more of a universe. And what I heard, I don't know how true it is because I kind of just heard it in passing, is they were going to do a Lady J show, but it was
Mhm.
going to be more like, I don't know, alias type of stuff, just like low key spy S drama because she's Black Ops and stuff. I was like, okay, that seems smaller. That seems more like episodic. You can contain it. You could probably sprinkle in a Flint, maybe a Hawk or a Duke. You know what? Because that could just be
Yeah,
like any white dude. You know what I mean? Like, who gives a fuck? Put him in a goddamn beret. That's a Flint. You know what I mean?
yeah,
And like, I love Lady J and Flint. Like, they were one of my two favorite Joes. And I was like, oh my god. But I don't know if anyone's gonna want to touch that shit now. Like, I don't know if that
yeah. I
was,
mean,
if Amazon was like, we'll take like 14 episodes or whatever, or they were just kind of like, ooh, we'll see what the Snake Eyes does. Oh, here's your.
well, I mean, I doubt it ended up on Amazon because they got the Paramount Plus now. So everyone's trying to. And don't get me wrong, I think it's smart to pivot, the way that like Warner Brothers is, where they're like, oh, we did the Suicide Squad movie, now we're doing this show spinoff thing. I think that's smart because there's certain stories that tell better in like that big budget television feel. Like Netflix has proven that time and time again. And yeah, something like G.I. Joe would be amazing in a big budget television, but I just don't think Paramount and CBS and fucking Hasbro are the right people to fucking do that. Hasbro just needs to like, A, give a fuck about how their shit's being handled and not just be like, yeah, whatever. And then B, it's not with Paramount. Paramount has already shown that they will just push whatever shit out and hope that the masses just eat it up because they just love the franchise no matter what, i.e. GI or Transformers and the first two GI Joes.
Yeah, I mean, it's just like as big as amounts of schlock that the Transformers are, they were super successful. I just
Yeah.
think they don't have the right people at all involved in the G.I. Joe. And they just don't. I mean, you could have picked anybody that's covered most of the comics and you could have put a better story together. But
That's the thing. I don't think they realize how big the GI Joe's fan base could be and how powerful that dollar is.
yeah,
It's like
which is
it
ridiculous.
sustained the test of time.
Like,
Like,
this is Sigma Six bad. Like, when I like, and I know they're trying to reintroduce GI Joe for new generations and stuff, but they're also capitalizing on old generations like me that are like, hey,
yeah,
remember this? Well, we're releasing these guys. We're doing so. Your excitement's there. So now it's turned into, oh, my fandom's cranking up again. I guess I'm just going to watch anything with GI Joe on it. I'm an idiot. I got the fever, and then this snaps the fever. You know what
yeah.
I'm saying? And like, you're like, oh God, but. Yeah, this was back in February. Lady J was going to get a small screen treatment. I guess it really doesn't say. It comes from Paramount Television, of course, E1 and Skydance Television. But that's it. So
Oh
yeah,
well, if E1's involved, they'll push it through no matter what. Those fuckers don't cancel shit. That's where projects go to not die. They're just
oh,
like, no,
okay. Well,
we'll get
maybe
some
some
money
of the
back.
past credits where the dude worked on The Man in the Castle, and then the third season of Daredevil from Netflix. So it may not suck. I mean, who
Hey,
knows?
I mean
Maybe
that
they'll. I thought the
sounds
Daredevils on Netflix were excellent. So.
sounds hopeful, I guess. But
But we'll fucking see. But yeah, that's it, man. That's Snake Eyes, 2021, a GI Joe origin story. Complete shit. Don't watch it. Don't even leave it on in the background. Don't dare a friend to watch it. because friends don't treat friends like that. It's a Sigma 6 bad. I cannot recommend it. Dustin, see you later.
Roll for your life.
Roll for my life, Snake Eyes. Oh, like dice or
Yeah.
That's stupid.